Greetings, clobberers. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Wildcard Wednesday night on Clobberin Times. Just me and you. Open geek foolishness because I don't have a dang topic. I'll think of something, though. I don't know if I'm not saying I can't promise it'll be interesting, but I'll think of something. You know, it's not that interesting. Let's just be honest here. Let's just be honest. But I'll tell you who is interesting, you guys. And I'm glad to see you here. We'll say some hellos after a quick couple of show notes. Here is one such show note right now. Yeah. Welcome, everybody. Of course, let me put the. I was having trouble downloading something there. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's one show note. Another one being tomorrow night. Join us for Clobby's Clubhouse, where you don't have to just hear my stupid mug all the time. You get the wonderful my wonderful first officer, R.M. Briggs, and of course the great Mark D with a C. I think they'll both be here tomorrow night. And then Saturday night, we'll have Saturday Night Star Trek returning to form. I want to thank everyone who showed up with us last Saturday night. And this Saturday night, it looks like we are back on track, reviewing Star Trek The Next Generation. 4 more episodes. We'll do what we can, folks. That's all I can tell you. So, I want to say hello to my wonderful clobberers who are here with me tonight. This is just the wild card Wednesday night, so not anything goes pretty much. We'll see what happens. It was an open show the other night, but it was directed towards comics. I will talk comics, but other things. Just want to talk fun things tonight, usually when we can. And a big hello to the great J-Man. J-Man, buddy, I hope you are doing well, feeling well, and it's great to see you, my friend. Always a pleasure. Gwagnar, hello there, Gwagnar. Always great to see you pop in. I really appreciate it. And you really know your stuff. And I'm honored to have you here. As I also am honored to have the great grumpy old ninja Kentaro. I don't know how you say this. This is the OE part. I don't know how you say the OE part, buddy. I'm sorry. You know how dumb I am. Athena follower, welcome. It is great to see you. Great to see you. The extraordinary master of all that is wrenching bronze, the bronze wrencher, Eric K. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for being here, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Chat's jumping on me. Sorry. Let's see here. The great Chris Persia. Chris, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here, man. The lovely Sherry. Oh, my goodness. There's the beautiful lady. It's always just so nice to see you, to see your lovely face. Appreciate you, Sherry. I hope you are doing well. Your Muslim uncle, what's up, brother? How you bees? I hope you're doing well, man. The master of iron himself, the great Iron One, D. Bud Martin. What's up, brother? Whoa, jumped on me again. Dang chat jumping on me. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Hang on a second. I'm still trying to get everybody here. And that's Amanda Bear. Hello there. Hello there, my good friend. Great to see you. That comic, Relief Crusader. What is up, TCRC, Comic Relief Crusader, brother? Always good to see you, bub. Dalton Evans, hello, first time turning onto the channel. Well, Dalton, welcome. Welcome to Clobberin Times. I am happy to see you here. We love it when first timers pop in. If you sit down and set a spell, see what I don't know what you're into, but you never know. Maybe we're in some of the same stuff. What we do here basically is celebrate the things we love. Now, yes, I'm old school. I like old stuff better, comics, and we love old. We love the stuff we love here, and we're passionate about it. And but always welcome newcomers. And it is a pleasure to see you, and I'm honored to have you here. Thank you. I think I've caught up on my hellos. I will try to acknowledge anyone who comes in. Let's see here. What? Don't know exactly what's going on, but let's see here. Alex James, what's up, old friend? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Guagnar did mention something. Let's see here. So Marvel signed a 20-year deal with Stanley Universe to license the name and likenesses of Lee for use in feature films, television productions, theme parks, various experiences, merchandising. I had not heard that. Naturally, Stan is no longer with us, so whoever's running him now, and the people that ran him into the ground when he was in his final years, are, I'm sure, very happy with that deal. You don't want to get me started on the whole Stanley thing and all that stuff. Suffice to say, I'm sure whoever, hey, Phantom Outsider, good to see you, buddy. Whoever has control over Stan's wares now, I guess, is pretty happy about that. On the other hand, Disney can go screw. To have with him. Yeah. Well, J-Man, it's funny you say that because I've always thought you were the spitting image of Stan Lee, man. So you could do it. Yeah, that's a good one going up. A Weekend at Bernie's treatment. Yeah. Yeah. You're right, Chris. Stan's daughter will be as pleased as punch over that, I'm sure. Yeah. That's, of course, I guess goes without saying at this point. Yeah, what are you going to do? Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Nerat, and there's the thing. I will agree with that statement. Stan didn't deserve what happened to him, I guess. But I've heard mixed. Yeah, I mean, some of the things, I'll put it to you like this. If you're an eye for an eye kind of person, then I guess there have been people who have made that argument that he did, but I don't do that here. And I'm his biggest detractor. Look, I despise what Stanley did to Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko. I despise the way he conducted himself in regards to that over the years. I'm someone who's been, since at least the early mid 80s, has, I don't want to say studied, maybe it's the wrong word to use, but I've definitely kept track of and really read intensively in terms of on the whole who did what arguments, the credit sharing arguments over the years is something I've been passionate about for, I guess, going on 3+ decades, something I've been interested in and have, I'm probably studied is not the right word. I don't know what it is, but I just happened to come down on the side that I believe that not only did Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko get screwed in terms of the creation of those characters, and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole really so much, but I believe Stan did most of the that Jack in his collaborations with Stan, I believe Stan deserves some credit, but my belief is that Jack did most of the heavy lifting. In fact, in terms of creating the characters, the ideas, the concepts for the stories, the plots, most of it. Scotty, good to see you there. And that Stan was definitely in on these things. Therefore, the auteur theory that Mr. Schumer came up with kind of fits. I just believe since it's nebulous at best, since we don't know everything that happens, since I wasn't there, I believe that a 50-50 arrangement should have been, hey, Maddie's daddy, what's up, Steve? Good to see you there, bro. The great Steve Mitchum. I do believe that a 50-50 arrangement on the creation of these characters should have always been the case, but what I believe is irrelevant. And the same thing with Lee and Ditko. So I believe Stan just said he just told too many lies for me to be able to believe him as much. I'm not saying that, look, Jack Kirby is a human being. I worship his art and all that stuff, and I love his work, but that doesn't mean he was not an infallible human being, and Steve Ditko was as well. But I do, out of the things said by all three gents, I tend to believe Jack and Steve over Stan, but that's just me. Stanley is Santa Claus to a lot of guys my age, and you can't really say anything bad about him, so. But that's okay. That argument is never going to be solved, so there's no any reason to fight about it that much. I would do this for anyone. I'll tell you this: whatever side you come down on, I highly suggest or highly recommend a book called "Stuff Said" by Tomorrow's Publication, which covers brilliantly the debates and the topic of credit where credit is due with regards to Stan and Jack in particular, and even in some bits of it, Ditko's in there. It is addressed in their own words. It's a brilliant piece by John Morrow. No, Narat, I can't say that I've seen that. No, I'm not a big Key and Peele guy. I really despise those guys now. So I have not seen those episodes. No. Yep, the Marvel method. Oh boy. But anyway, that's a rabbit hole, and that's a big fight that just gets you nowhere these days. I've learned that the hard way. That's almost as bad as the fight to try to people to support real Trek over fake Trek. It's not. It's more divisive, probably, and really, to be honest. But hey, what can you do? But there were a lot of bitter feelings, especially on Jack's part and Steve Ditko's part, and that's why Jack put Stan in a comic. In a was it a Forever People or New Gods issue? One of those Fourth World comics from Mr. Miracle, maybe, when called him Funky Flashman. Yeah, look, Jack wasn't happy with what happened with Martin Goodman and Stan Lee and a lot of those people, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, Scotty. Yeah, the Marvel method. They were always very fuzzy about what the Marvel method really was. I got you, Comic Relief Crusader. Well, hang in there, bud. Hang in there, buddy. Oh man, I was what was it the other night? I had a lot of fun showing you guys some stuff from Back Issue magazine. Let's see. Phantom Outsider says, did you see the old Neil Adams interview? He said, give him $100K because they used Ra's al Ghul. Marvel gave him nothing, but they used Havoc and First Class. Marvel or jerk. Well, yeah. They don't. If they get away with it, they're not paying anybody anything. You're not? Okay, I hear you. I hear you on that. Look, I got to admit, I'm so emotional about what happened to Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko, and I'll mention She-Hulk in a second here. That I got to admit, it's not just so much Stan, but all kind of other things. So every time have gone to watch a Marvel movie, the Stan cameo always aggravated me, always pissed me off. I mean, because look, I get it. Jack's not here. Steve's not here, but you can find a way to cameo Jack in every one of those movies too, and even Ditko and the ones that apply to him. Yeah. She-Hulk, bad CGI'd. Yeah, Siege Hulk, I call her. She's CGI'd so badly and skinny. Look, that trailer looked terrible. I mean, could it really be any more terrible than the other Disney Plus shows? Probably not. Probably just as bad. I mean, just as bad. But can you be worse than Moon Knight and Hawkeye and all these other crap shows? I don't know. All right, Comic Relief Crusader. We'll enjoy it. We'll keep it. We'll keep it going for you. Yeah, Jay, man. Look, I can't really. He doesn't. Yeah, I've seen that Alan Moore interview about Stan Lee. He goes after him. Yeah, Jay, man. Look, Falcon. I agree. Falcon was the worst, but so was Moon Knight. They're all bad as far as I'm concerned. So far, there's not one that I like, and I watched them all except I couldn't finish What If it was so bad. And that's for me not to finish something, dude. That's even the worst crap I finished and watch it, but that was wow. Wow. She-Hulk's just going to be, I mean, at this point, no different. I don't know. I'm not even saying I won't even sit through it, maybe, but I'll tell you, I won't even bother sitting through the Miss Marvel thing. But to be honest, I mean, if it's got a character I'm even mildly care about, I probably just kind of sit through it anyway, like Moon Knight, which is a character I like. Too bad he didn't show up. But She-Hulk and Scotty, you're looking forward to it? There you go. Well, I mean, look, so Scotty's looking forward to it. There you go. I'm glad somebody's looking forward to it. It doesn't, I mean, other than the CG looking weird, it doesn't really look bad or good. I don't know. I mean, this looks like I guess it's the Burns She-Hulk mixed with the Dan Slott thing or whatever, run or whatever. So I could actually watch She-Hulk. It may turn out to be crap, but I can watch that one just out of interest. I mean, just to see if it's any good. And I'm not a big She-Hulk fan. I'm that guy. Because see, before Byrne got a hold of She-Hulk and made her popular, that Savage She-Hulk run of 1980 for about 23 issues, I remember buying the first issue, and at that time, Stan Lee is credited as the writer, or one of the writers. Now it had John Buscema art in it, so it was pretty decent. And I liked the first issue. I'm like, oh wow, it's I can deal with that. We don't know at the time. You're kind of I was young. I mean, I was 15, 16, whatever. But I'm like, yeah, I wasn't thinking about copyright reasons and all their reasons for why they're doing a She-Hulk comic book. I just thought, okay. I was fine with it. It's Bruce Banner's cousin, and he gives her a transfusion. And okay, so I thought the first issue was all right. I distinctly remember buying the first issue of She-Hulk, and I was a kid, again, at mid-teens, so mostly it's unheard of for me to buy a female comic book lead. Once in a while, I picked up an issue of Wonder Woman, but I wanted to read, again, I wanted to read comics about superhero guys because I was a boy. Boys tended to kind of go that way with their buying habits. Wagner said, "What if such a good comic series was fortunate that they did what they did with? Oh, yeah, it was awful." So I had the buying habits of most young boys to mid-teenage boys at the time. I wanted superhero comics to start the guys. I like to look at the chicks, but I didn't buy many of the headliner lady titles. But I bought that first issue. And then I think right almost immediately, if I'm not mistaken, they switched to, who was it, Mike Vosberg or some really crappy artist? Yeah, the Michael Golden covers are pretty good. Again, it could be Alex Saviuk. It was one of those types. Maybe it was Saviuk. Maybe it was Mike Vosberg, somebody like that. Immediately, the art went to crap because I kind of liked the first issue by John Buscema. The art went to crap, and I just didn't really care about it after that. I think who took over? Who started writing it? David Anthony Crafts or somebody like that? I can't remember who wrote it. It's been so long. But my point being is, right after that, the Savage She-Hulk became a joke of a comic book to me. I thought she was a joke. I didn't, like I said, I thought she was okay in the first issue. Then I just didn't like her. Something rubbed me the wrong way. Then they stick her in Avengers. I'm like, Worse than that, they replaced Ben with her in FF. Yeah, I know. and I know everyone gets on me for blaming Byrne. I do kind of blame Byrne. Wasn't his entire fault though. But Byrne is the one who put him in Avengers and FF. Although it was an editorial decision because they wanted the Thing to have his own comic. I get it. I'm not going to go into all that. And so, the Savage She-Hulk comic gets canceled. Let's find some pictures of some of these She-Hulks, shall we? The Savage She-Hulk #1, because it was a good cover. How about we look at some Savage She-Hulk covers? How about that? And so, I just didn't really care for that first series. It was kind of a laughing, we kind of laughed at it, really. It had inferior art. She was kind of a silly character. But a few years later, we all know that Byrne got a hold of it and made her popular because nobody loves She-Hulk more than John Byrne for some reason. Seriously, nobody cared about that character but John Byrne. But to his credit, he made people care about She-Hulk because everyone was like, yeah, whatever, She-Hulk. But the comic didn't sell for shite. And then he was, he's a fan favorite, of course, so. Yeah. So there you go. Pretty good cover of She-Hulk, Savage She-Hulk #1. That looks like the omnibus right there. Wow, they have a Savage She-Hulk omnibus? That must be a joke. Dave, what's up, Dave? I agree, Wagner. I was really aggravated that they canceled 2-in-1 to give the Thing his own series. Even though, I bought it for a while. I think I bought most of them as a Thing fanatic. And even I when it got into all that stupid Rocky Grimm wrestler crap, I just couldn't take it anymore. But Chris says, well, Feige is following the trend they pushed in the comics. I just want to see how far down the rabbit hole they are willing to go. That's a good question, sir. Hey, J-Man, I'm right there with you. I love 2-in-1. Oh, you know how last year I did all those shows about the team-up books, and you did one with me, J-Man? Man, you know how much I love Tomorrow's magazines. Man, they're coming out with a book about all the team-up books. I mean, I think it's coming out in a couple of months. A book about all the big team-up books. I can't wait because they do the best comics history books. But yeah, here's some of the covers. Well, there's the last cover. I don't know. But I do agree with you, Gwag. Whoever it was said that the Michael Golden covers are pretty cool. I'm not the biggest Golden guy out there, but he did some interesting covers. So I don't know. She was nobody's real favorite other than John Byrne. Then he did this sensational She-Hulk, and that was huge. She was breaking the fourth wall. I didn't buy it. I gotta be honest with you. I'm just like, I was mad at Byrne at the time. I got a lot of problems with Byrne. I didn't give a shit about She-Hulk. I never bought that comic. Never have any interest in it. A lot of people like it. All right, Scotty. Good to see you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you stopping by. Always a pleasure, my friend. See, I didn't. Yeah, I couldn't really get into the whole She-Hulk thing. She was also annoying on that Hulk cartoon of the late 60s. 60s, listen to me. 90s with Lou Ferrigno on there. She did the voice, and she kind of took over that show. Rob Altus, good to see you, my friend. Welcome, sir. Adam Outsider says, I didn't like She-Hulk disrespecting Hawkeye when she joined the Avengers. Yeah, I'm with you there, bub. So, still, and you know what? I'm saying all that crap, and now I'm looking at these old covers, a comic that I turned my nose up at back then when it was out. And I said, She-Hulk, eh. There was it Cliff Biggers or whatever, the guy who did he used to put out a weekly thing called Comic Shop News. He used to write letters to the comic called the Committee to Cancel the She-Hulk. He hated the She-Hulk comic book. Just thought it was terrible. I think it was Cliff. Anyway, I'm wondering if it would have been better to get a tall, muscular woman and paint her green like Lou Ferrigno instead of using CGI, or the least it could have used some CGI after enhancing her like that. Yeah, I mean, Gina Carano should have been She-Hulk. By the way, I stole that. I think Gary said it today or something. Somebody on Gary's show. Hail Gary, by the way. But like I said, I look at these now, and I'm like, you know what? They kind of warm my heart because they're old comics, and comics are so terrible right now. Just seeing, these old ones. Mike Vosberg, Frank Springer, David Anthony. Yeah, I figured that was who it was. You know what? I'll take it. I would take it now. Oliver Belamonte, hey there. First time I saw She-Hulk was in the 1980 Incredible Hulk cartoon. Yes, when that was the show where when he would turn back to Bruce Banner, his clothes would come back. With only 13 episodes, Enter She-Hulk was the name of the episode, as it involved Hydra. But she was also on that late 60s show. Ah, cool, J-Man. Go see Gina. I'd love to see her. The old Savage Hero comics is better than 90% of what Marvel has put. Oh, well, yeah, 99%. Yeah, absolutely. It's 100% better. I agree. Right at the 100. I'm with you there, sir. Again, as I said, can look at this old stuff now fondly. And just go, yeah, it's goofy fun. I mean, So She-Hulk, what are you going to do? Never, not one of my favorites. I might watch the show. She's always been annoying to me, though. She was annoying on that, again, because I didn't read her comic much, but I watched that Hulk cartoon. In fact, I watched it recently. That's 1996. I think there were 2 seasons of that Hulk cartoon from the 90s, and I wanted to enjoy it. They had a lot of guest stars and stuff. It's kind of fun to watch, but She-Hulk just took over the damn thing, and it was so annoying. Comics now these days is not too far from being stick figures drawn by a kid in his preschool. One of the reasons I gave up most of the modern day 2022 comics, says Athena. Yeah, I'm right there with you. It's awful stuff. I don't know how any of my dear friends, and I was with some friends out tonight on our monthly geek get together at the Italian Bistro Italia that I eat at, and one of my friends, older than me, in fact, and I'm old, used to buy comics for me in the 80s. He still buys new crap. And I was like, dude, why? And we have other friends here, my good buddy J-Man, my buddy Mark D, a lot of you guys buy new crap. Of course, and Lord Thoth. And I tease you guys about it. I was like, perfectly fine about whatever you want, but I tease you about it. I really don't understand how you can do it, but you do it, and God bless you, I'd rather buy back issues. I can't even do that really right now, but I can't even look at that stuff. I can look at this, and I used to think this was all crap. Maybe by those standards back then, compared to a lot of stuff that was out there, it is. You think anybody made any jokes when this comic came out? Get it? The last issue, the end, and she's standing with her. Well, never mind. Nirat and Examandabear. Comicsgate has good comics, and so does Japan Crew. Oh, I believe you. Absolutely. I believe you. Phantom Outsiders, I stopped 7 years ago, and I was buying 80 titles a month. Wow. I mean, I still pick up something if for example, I bought a new comic book this year. I almost forgot what it was because it was the new issue of Astro City, which we haven't seen an issue since 2018 or whatever. And we got one issue this year, probably another 5 years before we get another one, but I had to get that. So technically, I bought a new comic this year. Woo-wee. D-Bud stopped in 1995. Snail Messiah, what's up, my friend? Good to see you, Snail. Good to see you. So, yeah, here you go with some She-Hulk. Then, of course, as we all know, and again, I didn't like it before. I didn't buy this title, but let's face it, it was popular. Oops, I misspelled it. I misspelled it. You had the sensational She-Hulk, which undeniably the art was really good, you know. Although I think Burns kind of chicken scratched that kind of stuff. Guagnar, yes. After the Astro City run for Vertigo in 2000, I believe 18 was the last issue, maybe. UCX said he would bring it back a little bit later, and he planned to, and all these different things happened. So he came out with a one-shot a couple of months ago in conjunction with a brand new trade paperback that reprints a lot of the first couple of series and stuff, which I bought that as well. So, yes, he had a one-shot of Astro City just came out a couple of months back. And he's going to try to do another one next year, so he does one when he can. So, technically, yes, they are still publishing Astro City, but it has a very similar type of schedule that it used to back in the early 2000s, which was whenever it could happen, it happens. And I love Astro City. I'm just a big, huge fan of it. Athena says, I used to absolutely love all things X-Men. I gave up on all recent X-Men issues since Deadly Genesis storyline around 2003, right after the House of M storyline. Gotcha. I think I dumped X-Men in the early to mid 80s, probably early 80s. And haven't bought any recent X-Men since 2003. I'm sure I have not missed much, anything whatsoever. Yeah, probably not. Our buddy J-Man still reads it all, and he's up to speed and has knows his X-Men stuff even modern day. So he's the man. If I need to know something about X-Men, he's the man I would go to. So, as you know, Byrne and his sensational She-Hulk was pretty dang popular. Late 90s, like 88, 89, whatever it was. I never bothered. But a lot of my dear friends liked it. Wasn't Astro City originally Trowelfast? I don't understand the question, so I can't answer it, man. Phantom Outsider, I can't answer you there, buddy. I'm not sure what Trowelfast is, so I'm afraid I am unqualified to respond to that question, sir. I know my Astro City very well, but apparently not that well. And I put my Astro City knowledge up against not anyone's, but I know me some Astro City. I shouldn't be so confident again because my memory always just screws me over in the end. So, in the rear end, in fact. So, yeah, there's just some She-Hulk. I hear, from what I'm hearing, since I didn't touch the Dan Slott run either, that this TV show is going to be more in line with the Byrne and the Dan Slott run, if that is to your taste. And there she is holding John Byrne. He just had a thing for She-Hulk. Jesus God. Which, hey, no judgment there. Just saying. May not be my bag, but what do I know, man? Athena says, I love the 60s original team up to the stuff right after. Oh, I love the 60s original team up to the stuff right after the Onslaught storyline in the late 90s. Even the Extreme X-Men and Astonishing X-Men comics were not bad either. There you go. Mark D with a C. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Kal-El, what's happening? Oh, you saw the trailer as well, did you? Yeah. So, yeah, that's basically all I have to say about She-Hulk. The show doesn't, since I never really cared for the character one way or the other, I'll probably watch the show for shites and giggles. And I don't think it looked very good. The Siege Hulk, this again, like I said, she looks so CGI'd. It's going to have Tim Roth playing Abomination probably for like 3 seconds. That looks like, I guess it wasn't, Abomination was in an Abomination of a movie called Shang-Chi. And he was Abomination, fighting and stuff. So here they show him like Hannibal Lecter or something sitting in a cage. We don't know what it's from though, so we don't know the context. But I don't know. Yeah, it's probably got to be better than Moon Knight, Mark. Look, it would probably at least be more entertaining than Moon Knight. That trailer, which was dopey crap, seemed to have more life to it than the shitty Moon Knight show. So even if it's dopey crap, look, Moon Knight is so bad. I may hate it. It might be the second or third worst of those stupid Disney Plus shows for me. It's in the top 2 or 3 worst. So this show just might be an ordinary sucky, but not pretty much inoffensive crap. Just like not good, but whatever. I guess that could be what it is. Wagner says, when when the Moon Knight fans were asking for the show to be closer to the comics, the showrunners got confused and didn't realize that they were talking about the Moon Knight guy. Yeah. Well, there are like 14 different comics that could have been closer to. There's so many different. That's another thing asinine about Moon Knight. Not only does the character have all these quote unquote multiple personalities or personas, which depending on which comic iteration you want to listen to or read, there were like 3 or 4 different versions to adapt, and they adapted for me the least interesting one. I'd rather just see the one that was where he's just from the early 80s. Doug mentioned Bill Sienkiewicz when he was little more than a blatant Shadow ripoff. I was fine with that Moon Knight. I can't stand that Mr. Knight shit. Ugh. So, yeah, I guess that's one thing because it is a lady. I guess She-Hulk. They won't try to take too much attention away from her. That's why Mark Ruffalo Hulk will be on there for probably a grand total of 5 minutes in the first episode, maybe a little bit in the last one. When I saw the She-Hulk trailer. Trailer, the pros are the humor and presence of Tim Roth of Abomination. The cons are a minimal presence of Mark Ruffalo Hulk, feminism dialogue, and CGI versions. Yeah, Michael Beacom. Can't chat but listening. Well, it's good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Be careful out there. It's good to hear from you. I don't know. I think Hulk's arm healed. I think his arm healed because he is Professor Hulk, unless you're saying it's set before the end game in that 5-year period during Endgame. That might be it. You never know. It might be set. No. Oh, yeah, because Abomination is at a different point. Huh? Pop Culture Republic. Yeah, I talked a little bit about She-Hulk, but I'm not going to go too far much into it there, Pop Culture. Yeah. Wow. I touched on it a little bit. And that was enough. Because everyone's talked it to death anyway, let's just be honest. J-Man, you and me both, dude. I can't stand the 5-year blip crap. It is such a bad. You could not write yourself a more horrible trap than that to be in as a writer. You can't. It was such a bad decision. I mean, Endgame was full of bad decisions. So, what's one more, right? And it well. And the things I'm seeing, by the way, the same things I'm seeing on Thor: Love and Blunder. By the way, I'm just gonna. I don't know, man. J-Man. As of right now, buddy, I guess I'll review it because I have a dear friend of mine that I go see these movies with anyway, and it's the only time we get together, and I have to go get him and everything and stuff. If you're out there, Chris, good, thank you, buddy. This is at you, and so we make a day of it. But I think I might go to see that and review it, and after that, I'm out. I'm not sure I'll keep even reviewing these Marvel movies anymore. I don't think I'm interested anymore. My heart's not in it. It wasn't, even though this last time. You know why? I even reviewed Eternals or Spider-Man or the Batman and I know it's not a Marvel movie. And then Doctor Strange is because I got to hang out with you guys, J-Man and Decepticon and Mark. Reviewing it with you guys was the fun thing. I didn't give a crap about the movie, and that's not supposed to win. I just don't care anymore. And Thor looks horrible. Palame's Minion. Good to see you, my dear. Thor looks a borderline unwatchable to me. I know. Don't worry. I will go sit through it, I guess, this one time, and I might make that my break-off point for reviews. I might just do that. It'll be like a Clobberin Times swan song. I mean, that doesn't mean I won't watch crap and talk about it, as far as doing an actual show to review it. It's just you gotta stop sometime with this crap. In all seriousness, every time I see something from Love and Blunder, it just makes me more and more annoyed. And I see it, and look, I'm not even one of the ones that hated Doc Strange too. I just didn't. The more I think about it, the more forgettable it is. But I don't have that. I'm more irritated by things I see in the trailers for Thor than I ever was in the silly Doctor Strange movie. I just don't care. By the way, that's not a good thing. I'm not celebrating that. I'm just like, yeah, you guys went ahead and made a movie, didn't you? Well, thank you for making a movie. Maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I won't. And I just end up, I don't know, man. I think I might be out after that. I didn't review any of the TV shows. We just talked about them here and there. We just kind of, mentioned them and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting. Anyway. Oh, of course I'm directing that. Mark D, let me know if you feel like hanging later, buddy. It's up to you, of course. I don't want to put you out. I know you're tired, probably. But I don't know, man. Do I want to go to the theater? I mean, if I do, it'll just because my friend wants to go and I like to go hang out with him. Well, no, and I don't think it is superhero fatigue there, Wagner, because I love superhero. Look, I'm a childish fellow. I'm old. I love superheroes. Tell you what, the other night we had it was just open Mark C Comics Talk night. We had all I did was sit around and I don't know, or just talked about Back Issue Magazine and stuff like that and different things that I was finding. I will go to my grave loving superheroes, being like an 8-year-old almost, I guess, with them. But I'm just tired of having to compromise on them so much. I'm really sick of this crap. And by the way, I made all kind of compensations for even Doctor Strange. It didn't have as much crap in there that bothered me that it bothered some people. And then I thought some of the Sam Raimi stuff in there was pretty entertaining. Maybe there will be a Sam Raimi cut one day that'll be just all him. I don't know, and it'll be pretty fun. I mean, I didn't hate the movie like a lot of people did. I don't know if I'll ever even watch it again. And I don't know. Look, Spider-Man, everyone loved that one, this last Spider-Man. I thought it was pretty good, and there were things I didn't like in it, but I thought it was pretty good. Gave it a positive review. I have not watched it yet. I didn't even buy it. And I thought about buying I said, I'll watch it again when it comes out on Blu-ray. I haven't even touched the Blu-ray. And I used to buy the Blu-rays of all these things. And then I realized, I don't care. Don't have a burning desire to buy that movie. I mean, if it were like on the free service or something that I used to watch some of the Disney Plus shit, because I do have my daughter's codes, so because I don't subscribe, I'd probably sit down and watch it again. But unless it's like at my fingertips like that, I don't really care. It was a good movie, I guess. I mean, it was okay. There was less annoying shite in it, but there was some bad stuff in it too, in Spider-Man. But it was a good movie. It's just last week, a week ago tonight, when Michael and I did our review. I mean, when we updated our review of the MCU, ranking the movies. I realized there's, when we got into our top rankings, at the top of our list, how excited I got. But after about like after maybe like number 14 or 15, I'm kind of more like lukewarm. Number 11 is and down. Number 1 through 11 are the only ones that I have as 3-star movies. I have 5-star on, of course, the big ones. Mark D with ACC.
Hey, everyone.
Good to see you, man.
How's it going? Yep, good to see you. Yep,
How's
been
it going,
busy
man?
the last few days. We're going good. Kids are back home, so we're actually getting to hang out with them again. So that was
That's
fun
good.
until they go off and do their own.
Well, that's
own
why I
thing
didn't want to
again.
bother you because I figured you might be doing family stuff.
No, they're all set now. But yeah, my son was he's my sounding board too for this MCU stuff. So he did like Doctor Strange like I did, but like you were saying, I don't know if it's one when I watch it again. I get like you're talking about. I guess I mean I wouldn't be the first movie I'd pop in. Your top 10.
I don't know if I'll spend 20-something bucks on it. I don't think I want to buy the Blu-ray. You?
I mean, it was not a bad movie though, too. I think you and I agree that people were, but it wasn't like, oh my god, I can't wait to watch this again. Like, hey, if I wanted to go watch, Winter Soldier, Winter Soldier. All right, yeah, let's pop that in. Let's watch
Do
that.
I want to spend $25 on the Blu-ray of that? I don't really care to. I mean, I can't afford. I'd rather buy an action figure.
True.
I don't know.
I did fix my Doctor Strange action figure today. Finally,
Nice.
got him.
Nice.
I'll have to
See,
show you.
look at that list that Michael and I, when we did our ranking last week, right? And when I look at that list, it was, by the way, I had a blast hanging because it's always great hanging out with Michael. And even talking about the movies I don't like, it's fun just to have the conversation. So don't get me wrong. It's fun. And I had just such a wonderful time hanging out with him and ranking the movies. But when I look at that, I went on a three scale from 3 to 5, a 0 to 5 scale on each film. It's not till you get to like my number 11 do we get a 3 from 28 down to 11. In other words, so my top 10, and even some of them, my top 10 are only like 3-star movies. And yet, if you're in my top 10, I'm relatively to highly excited about those movies, that I like them a lot, have watched them a lot, enjoy them every time I see them. But when you get in the top 5, of course, you get really great stuff that I love. I mean, I love Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I love Infinity War, the Avengers, and Iron Man, the first Iron Man film, the first Cap film. I love some of those in my top 10. I love them. After you get past like number 13 or 14 or 15 up in there, I'm like, I'm just not excited about any of that. It's okay, but I'm not like, I don't get really excited about it. So that's 28 movies, and really only about 8 to 9 or so that I'm just really excited about that I can watch over and over again. Maybe that's a good number.
Oh, I mean, that's a pretty good. I mean, considering how many movies there are now too. So someone was saying, do we have superhero fatigue, or it's?
I don't think I have that.
But it's just more bad. Like someone else was saying, bad stories, or because some of these movies are, they're middle to average movies. It's kind of the Marvel formula. So on the one hand, you got to say, Doctor Strange was definitely not the stinker that some people are making out to be. So DC can't get their act together for their live action movies for the most part.
I'm in a weird place on that.
Yeah, so they do have the formula. And if you told me 30 years ago you're going to get this cool Doctor Strange movie in the multiverse of madness, I'd be all right. I'll take that. I'll sign me up for that right now. So I think there's a little fatigue in there, even if we don't want to admit it, or because if this was the in the first 5 movies, which we did. What was Doctor Strange, the original one? That was number 14 in the series. I have my spreadsheet up, so it's number 14 in the series. So maybe you'd kind of view some of the movies a little bit differently if you didn't have all these other movies.
I don't know, because here's why I'm not sure it's fatigue, okay, or superhero fatigue, I should say.
Yeah.
The reason why I don't think it's that, and J-Ben said he can't wait to buy the Blu-ray, which is fantastic. Yeah. I don't mind people loving it, which are very scant few, or people hating it, because both. I'm so ambivalent on a movie like that. I thought it was okay. I gave it a decent sized rating. I enjoyed it. I didn't walk out thinking it was quite as cringy woke as it could have been, but some don't agree. Well, some people are. I mean, I've heard people go off like it's the worst movie you've ever seen in your life, which I think is a little extreme. But you know what? If they felt that way, fine. Just as I think J-Man is fine for loving the movie. I'm so kind of indifferent now that I don't, either extreme view doesn't really faze me that much. But the reason why I don't necessarily think it's fatigue or superhero fatigue is because I can still stick Captain America: Winter Soldier on, or Infinity War, which I have recently, or Endgame even, which has a lot of things I hate in it, or Civil War. Any of the things in my top 10, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, just anything, the original Iron Man, and I can never get tired of watching those. So I could never get tired of watching the Daredevil Netflix show. Whereas, as far as new ones coming out, those are the ones I have a problem with. Like even ones that are take the ones even I'll never have to sit through a Turtles again, or Captain Marvel, or Shang-Chi's crap, or Black Widow. But they don't bother me. I'm like, they exist. I never have to touch them again, so it's no big deal. They don't bother me. But when I see one coming out now, because it's where we are now with the MCU, I get bummed out. I'm like, oh God, Dave Rayburn, what's up, buddy? I get like, oh God, Thor. Cause see, Doctor Strange. I don't think they made him. I thought they were going to make a joke out of him. I don't think they did in this movie. Even you can find a lot of valid criticisms of the film. It doesn't. I don't think the movie trashed Doctor Strange the character, and that's kind of the thing I'm most concerned with. This movie, you can tell from the trailers, is going to be another in a long line of trashing Thor and making a joke out of Thor, and I'm freaking sick of it.
Well, they've changed his character so much that
I'm tired of Thor being made a joke out of.
Yeah, but it's fun if you do the fish out of water Thor, and a god among men, and that kind of. But there's a way to do it where it's not cringy in terms of.
And they apparently don't know what that is.
But they hit the cringe on that too much, and they got it right in the first movie in terms of landing on Earth and not knowing who he was. They kind of had that Don Blake subplot thrown in, even without Don Blake. But they went too far for the joke, and I think Ragnarok is an entertaining movie as much as like what they did to it. But it's people love that movie, and the normies were entertained by it, quote unquote normies. So and how much money did Ragnarok make? Let's see, that made
a lot of money,
$853 million. So I mean it did well in the box office. So, and then you get a Taiki Waititi, that's his thing, right? That's his shtick. So he ruined the character of Korg, you ruined the character of Meek, you ruined the Planet Hulk movie. What they incorporated was interesting, but if you've read the Planet Hulk comic, it's such an epic, fantastic comic.
It's one of the, turned it into like tidbits.
A joke. Yeah,
they turned it into like Mick Hulk. Mid Planet Hulk, like it's just little bitty nuggets of Hulk, of the Planet Hulk.
Yeah, they made Korg a joke, and Wahiti's doing Korg's voice. And I mean, if you've read the comics, it's been so long since I've seen the animated movie, I can't remember.
Even that was better. That was all right.
Yeah, that was good, but I'm trying to remember. I don't think they went that comedy route with.
No, they didn't. It was just a normal, straightforward story. It was actually, I thought that was okay.
Yeah,
it's been a while since I watched it.
It's been a long time. I got to watch that again.
Eat a Snickers. You were drunk. He says Manos is great.
Mystery Science, dude. Mystery Science Theater Manos is great. Actually,
I don't know. I got to tell you, of course, obviously, I love Manos Hands of Fate by Mystery Science Theater when they do it. But we went to the riff tracks of that when they did it later on riff tracks at live, and it was hilarious. But my son, who is a big time fan of, we were going to all those riff tracks live events together. And he loves MST3K, and he loves that. So he's still like, I don't know, man. I don't think even though it's them, I don't think I could sit through Manos. I said, no, we're going to go see Manos. He said, I don't know.
So many times, right?
He said, Jesus Christ. I said, but they were funny. He said, I don't care if they were funny. Even with them, I can't sit through Manos to Hands of Fate again. It is too horrible. I'm like, man, you sat through Birdemic. If you could sit through Birdemic, you could sit through Manos Hands of Fate.
Well, I've watched that so many times on MST, so it's I can see that. I can see that you do have to do it again.
He was in a bad mood when we walked down, and like I said, it was funny. I said, I was like, shit. So much. Yeah. I mean, Manos is bad, but is it worse than Birdemic? I mean, well, it might be. I don't know, man. Have you seen Birdemic?
I haven't seen that one. Nope.
Holy shite. All I can say is
really bad.
I could probably go to jail for telling someone to watch Birdemic. It's like telling someone to jump off of a roof.
Yeah,
like
that bad. Wow.
Yeah, you could probably actually be a person. You get in some trouble. So, but anyway, but watch the riff tracks version so you can survive. Don't ever watch. Some dumbass tried to make me watch it without them doing it one time, but no, you got to watch the riff tracks version of Birdemic.
Yeah. Because you got to hand it to the guy that made Manos. I mean, he put $30K of his own money into it, and
he was trying to make something.
Yeah, which was a ton of money. I mean, I think he made like $5,000 at the.
J-Man's got to go, but he wanted to tell you something. Highlander 2 was my favorite MCU movie. Okay, good night, J-Man. May your soul be blighted by the spirit of Highlander 2.
Yeah,
there could be only one J-Man.
Right. Oh, good. But
can you find the cover art for She-Hulk, for the Red She-Hulk, the one where she is huge?
Oh, I bought that. I own it.
I hope I don't have to find it, Dave.
I have it in the other room. I can go get it.
Don't go to any trouble. Like this, your camera might malfunction.
Yeah, camera might break.
Do I have to, Dave? I mean, if it's important to you, Dave, but I kind of don't want to be honest. Anyway,
Nope, I do own it. So, but don't tell
yeah,
anyone, please. Yeah,
you just told everybody Mark owns that comic.
I bought it. It's gonna
Holy
go up.
shit, dude. Yeah, I
It's gonna
guess
go up.
everyone, your She-Hulks have just become keys.
Yeah.
I mean, they were
Well, it
already
was
up there because they were up there when the show was announced. But now we got a trailer. I think my theory on that is when they announce a show, they start to become mild keys, and then as the more reports come in, and then when it's scheduled, you hear more, and then when the trailer comes out, boom! Now because now you have an air date.
hey, okay.
Okay. So
He's gonna
yeah,
post that. Yeah, hand
what's
over my
that?
agonizer. Yeah,
Yeah, Eric K. Post to everyone that Mark has that comic. Why do you have
yeah. I
that
do.
comic?
I was have my Avengers line. Was it? I think that was an Avengers or was it in Hulk? I
Oh
can't.
yeah, it was
I have to go in the
Avengers.
other room to get it.
I think no,
That was
yeah,
Avengers, I think. Yeah,
I think it might have been.
it was only one issue though, too, and we
Uh,
just made fun
yeah,
of it.
no,
It wasn't
no.
a permanent look, at least. So, I mean, Hulk has changed over the Hulks have changed over the years. But didn't She-Hulk have the power to change at will? If I'm remembering my comics right.
After yeah. I think she
So
did.
when she changes in that trailer, that's just a
And she
trigger
had
of
her own
first,
mind. So
yeah, her first initial transformation, I guess. But
that's why even the original title earlier before you got here, I was showing covers from the original series, the
yeah,
Savage She-Hulk. I mean, she
yeah, the
wasn't. She had
classics.
even that. She had the mind of Jen Walters.
Yeah.
This show's
But
Ally McBeal, basically. The show.
I guess, yeah, Bruce Banner. Yeah, let me try to kill my cousin to see if she can transform.
Yeah, it would be like Doctor Who. Huh?
Yeah,
She'd be like Imtetayun.
oh god. The only shot I thought that looked decent was the when she jumps, the very first shot, because you don't see her face with the classic jumpsuit that she wears, but you can't really see anything other than her. There's no face and no. I mean, I thought that was the only part that looked decent, but I mean, the show, I could forgive some bad CGI if the show was awesome and well written and really funny. And, of course, we haven't. It's not looking promising right now from the trailer, but if they do deliver something good,
You know,
I could get away. I don't mind the bad CGI as much, but I have a bad feeling about this one.
Narod has a good one. Who goes, don't make her triggered. You won't like her when she's triggered. Narod has won the internet with that one. That is so perfect.
Yeah.
Because, oh, God, because you probably will be an SJW.
Well, she's angry and fearful, like all women. I was watching.
I saw that line where
I'm sure you talked about that. I don't know if you talked about that line.
No.
But yeah, angry and fearful, like all women. I got to try that.
I can't believe she said that line.
I got to try that on my daughter and my wife and see what they say.
I can't believe that line.
I mean, I'm not a biologist, but I'm
not a biologist, but I'm pretty sure women would consider that a swipe at women, and yet the show and a woman said it. Well, if she's a woman. I mean, again, we don't know because we're not biologists. But that sounds like the kind of thing you get in trouble for saying if you're a man.
Oh God, right? Yeah.
I mean, lest we forget the immortal line from Kirk to Spock. Mr. Spock, the women on your planet are completely logical. They're the only women in the galaxy, planet in the galaxy where you can make that claim.
Yeah.
Remember when Spock said that in The Line of Troyes? And he did. So that was pretty sexist, I guess, back then.
Yeah.
Or even when Nomad zapped Uhura. He goes,
wiped her mind.
This unit is chaotic, but whatever. And Spock said, that unit is a woman. And Nomad said, a mass of conflicting emotions.
Yeah.
Whoa, that sure was sexy.
Cancel Nomad.
Cancel Nomad, hashtag, everybody. So, hey, ladies, I love you. But no, I mean, the thing is, all it said was fearful and what?
And I didn't catch that. What'd you say?
Fearful and something. It was the line about women are fearful and
angry and fearful.
Angry. Well, isn't that just everybody? I mean, everybody gets angry, everybody gets fearful. So
everyone gets yeah. You should never stereotype, right? I mean,
what about a mock time? What about it? Oh yeah, well, she wasn't very logical then, was she? Well, don't get me started on the mock time. We already have enough problems with that lately. And yes, I got into a yelling match out with the geeks tonight at the Bistro Italia. One of them,
loves
Oh,
Strange New Worlds, I'm sure, right?
and he's older than me, and he's a comic book artist and a good one, a good friend. And I I felt duly uh, bad about
Yeah.
it after I ripped him 5 new ones in public. But yeah, oh, I went off. But he did. But another friend knew that I was going to do that, so set me off on purpose in front
Oh,
of
he
him
got you.
because he
He
wanted me to
triggered you. He
he wanted to
triggered
trigger
you.
me,
He
and that's my
triggered you.
trigger.
Yeah, that's your trigger.
Most people have a trigger, folks. I'm not saying I'm beyond one, and that's mine. Now, you can't get me if I see you coming, but you can trick me someday. You used to try to trick me on the old show back in '09 for about the first couple of years there because they know how much I hate Jar Jar Abrams filth. And
Yeah.
so they would all try to find creative ways to get me to talk about it. So I would, well, they were probably trying to murder me, get my blood pressure.
Do we have the new shows coming out tonight, or is that?
I don't know. I guess
Or
so.
is it, when does it come out? It's on.
I think it's
You know,
tonight. Well,
at
is it like
3 a.m.
considered?
or something, or
Is it Wednesday morning or Thursday morning?
I don't know. I mean, we should know that,
You
right?
should know
I
that
mean, it's
better
our
than me. You're the
favorite
one that
show.
has that whatchamacallit.
Oh, I do have Paramount Plus. Yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll check. Yeah, I have it to watch Magnum PI and all those great shows. The old Magnum PI.
Rob Altus says that Tatiana Maslany, I think it is a good actress. She was great on Orphan Black. I remember that. I never saw it, but I remember seeing the ads for it all the time on BBC America. But I can't just trust Marvel. Yeah, there are plenty of good actors or actresses they have. But I was thinking about this. One thing I'll say about this show, as I said for the beginning of tonight's show, I explained earlier how much I never cared about She-Hulk, and she means zero to me. In fact, I think she's annoying.
Didn't you love it when she replaced Ben Grimm on the Fantastic
I hated
Four?
that. Yeah, but here's the point about this, though. Now that I think about it, this might be the first show that of this Disney shows that has a character that I have not only no interest in, but I don't even like. So it might be good. It might be okay or fun to watch. Because again, I love Wanda and the Vision. I didn't like WandaVision, but I like those characters from comic books, right? I love my Falcon and my Winter Soldier from comics. I just hate the show.
Yeah.
I love the Loki character from the comics, and he's okay in the movies. So again, the show was somebody I like. Garbage. The What If was just always characters I like. Garbage. Let's see, what was the next show? Hawkeye, right?
Yeah, Hawkeye. Yeah,
Hawkeye.
I like. Disappointment.
Right, but I'm a fan of the character of Hawkeye, and even in the movies, although it's different from the comic book. Garbage. The next show was what? Moon Knight, right?
Yeah.
Not the biggest Moon Knight fan out there, mind you, but I did like him enough, so he's a character that I'm well disposed towards, and I like some comics of Moon Knight. Garbage. Now comes along She-Hulk. Oh, the next one's Miss Marvel, right? Next one's Miss Marvel. It did, or is it She-Hulk?
Let's see.
I guess She-Hulk's next.
No, She-Hulk's next. Yeah, She-Hulk's next. Yep.
Here comes She-Hulk. I don't give a flying crap about her. Show looks goofy as shit, but I'll probably watch it. I don't care if she looks terrible with the CGI. The show probably looks like it's probably at worst just going to be unfunny. At the most, probably woke garbage, as Michael's saying. And who knows? Maybe it'll be the least aggravating for me because I don't really care. Rob Alta says, I'm already angry about that too. Tatiana Maslany is fantastic. I'm sorry if I'm mangling the names, friends. I have not seen Orphan Black. I used to see the ads for it when it was on BBC for Doctor Who back when I was watching Doctor Who. She should have a shelf of enemies. She should have a shelf of
enemies. Emmys. Awards. Yep.
Emmys. Dyslexic, sorry. But when I see what they're doing with She-Hulk, woke garbage. That could well be Michael Bacon. You could be quite correct, sir. I don't know.
Yeah, she seems like she's got the sense of humor too in those clips to pull it off. It's just which She-Hulk should be a light-hearted, fun superhero romp. But are we going to get all kinds of messaging, or we're just going to get fun, some fun adventures? So, but I think she's got the talent to do it. And like I said, I can, I think I agree with everyone. The CGI looked really bad when I first saw it. But if I had to pick, I'd pick, hey, give me a fantastic story with crappy CGI over, incredible CGI with a crappy story. If that logic makes sense to everyone, I don't know, but
yeah. Well, she's probably not going to fight Abomination.
That'd be cool if they did, though. Hulk and She-Hulk fought Abomination, but yeah, But yeah, well, I have no idea where this is going to go, but I have a feeling, the way that they're calling her attorney at law, I think it's going to end up being like a courtroom drama or something, something silly like that, or like a powerless type, a TV show where the superhero or Moon Knight could have been labeled powerless too, right? Until the very end. I mean, there's so little Moon Knight and Moon Knight. So
Well, this trailer, I'll say this: it'll probably have more She-Hulk than Moon Knight had Moon Knight. But then you can't. I don't think anything could ever possibly have less of a main character than that. Zax, what's up, Zax?
hey, Zach,
Good to see you, Zax. So, but that's not saying much.
yeah.
But I'm just saying they'll probably, because she's probably, if they're gonna do it like the comics, then I don't know how much she's gonna even be Jen Walters. She probably for a while. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I don't know. Will they keep her with their bad CGI though? Will they want to keep it that way? Will they spend that kind of money where she's She-Hulk?
Well,
remember, for a while, she just doesn't even go back to Jennifer Walker.
Yeah, she stayed.
Walters.
Yeah, so yeah, Zach's saying $200 million, and
For what?
Wagner was saying in the chat. Yeah, I guess they spent
what?
$200 million on this whole, on all these.
All these
you know,
shows you mean, or one show?
Yeah, or maybe this show cost. I don't know.
No,
what
really?
could have cost. And Wagner says, yeah, why not? Marvel says, why not both? Crappy story and crappy CGI.
Oh, I can buy into it.
Yeah, but I mean, they're spending a ton of money on these. I mean, on these shows, so it's expensive. That's back in the day they had an Incredible Hulk TV show. Of course, there was no such thing as CGI then. So you had the amazing Lou Ferrigno, who looked like the Hulk, and I mean, he didn't get a Hulk, comic TV show, obviously, but people love it, and it's it's its own thing. But yeah, and then of course they went. They didn't call it was David Banner instead of Bruce Banner, but it was a fun show to watch as a kid. And but today it's like, come on, you, at least make the characters look really good. If you're gonna go through all this trouble for 8 episodes or 10 episodes, hey, let's make it look good. But
yeah. 9 episodes. What are your kid?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Zach says 200.
9. Okay, thank
for
you, Zach.
She-Hulk, 9 episodes. Holy crap! Well, it better be spectacular. That means the CG better look better than that.
Yeah.
She makes a quip that fear and anger, are every woman's baseline, and you wonder, no, dude, that I don't know. No, I'm just saying. Seemed like that would be like she was taking a shot at women. Fear and anger, because I don't know. Calling them chicken. Yeah, but I hear what you're saying. No, look, I'm not doubting it. It's Disney. Of course I don't doubt it. But I don't know how much will be in there, I guess. But no, I don't doubt you. I think you're absolutely right. I just don't know yet. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, Jennifer Walters, the character, like you said, she stayed as She-Hulk or Shulky, as they used to call in the comics for a while.
Shulky.
Remember that? But she was not that confident and was very shy and a lot of insecurities. So, hey, if you could turn into a 7'4", green lady, why not? So for a long time, she just stayed in that She-Hulk form. So, but that was, comics can do that too. They have the well-written, inner monologue, and what there was more to the character too, and it was mostly a fun comic, silly comic, but that was great to have that as part of her character. I thought it wasn't so two-dimensional. That was part of her, why she stayed as She-Hulk. And heck, if I could turn the Hulk, I guess maybe it stays the Hulk most of the time. But yeah, well, yeah, the trailer did not look good, but we'll, you gotta wait to see it. I don't disagree with what everyone's saying, but
I guess I'm just indifferent, really. I mean, because we know
you don't really care at this point, right? Yeah, it's not like it's an FF thing or.
Well, yeah, when it comes to woke shite, that's a day ending in Y for them. It's always going to be woke prep. It's when it's like how much of it is there going to be that always is always the question, not if it's going to be there. And
yeah,
I hate it, freaking hate it. But yeah, what else are you going to do? What else are they going to do? They're going to do that same shite all the time. And 200 man, wow, for 9 episodes
that's
of a
TV
lot, freaking show. Zach, that's crazy, brother. I mean, I'm not doubting. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't check. I don't do. We don't do.
I heard it was a ton of money, so I think.
Yeah.
I think Zach's is 100% right there. I heard
Yeah,
a
I
very high
believe Zach's.
number
So yeah,
for.
it's freaking nuts, man. It's like, why, dudes? Why you want to spend that kind of money? And again, the
Well,
trailer
if you make
shows
it,
you.
if you gave us a Daredevil level show, hey,
Well,
take
yeah,
my
yeah,
money, right? Yeah, yeah. So that's the. But of course, that was Netflix, not Disney. So, but it's I mean, it's a great time to be a comic book fan. It's a horrible time to be a comic book fan. So,
Michael Beacom, I don't know, man, but I think you're probably right. Look, I'm not saying you're wrong. Pop culture curator, yeah, hey there. But yeah, Zach says that's what's being reported. So yeah, I hear you. No, but I believe
yep,
you. I mean, I believe it's just the trailer doesn't belay that it looks like they've spent a lot of money on this thing, but that never matters. And we have another vote saying that she said what a good actress she is.
yep.
So a lot of people like this actress. I mean, I used to watch, like I said, I'd see commercials for Orphan Black, but I never watched it. But
Yeah, I never
everyone I've
watched it
heard,
either.
I think I even heard people talking about it today on Paulie's show. Everyone likes this actress, so that's one good thing. But
Yep.
then again, all these other shows had good actors. I mean, everyone likes Oscar Isaac too. Everyone likes Tom Hiddleston, and everyone likes what's her name, Elizabeth Olsen, and Paul Bettany, and oh man, the guy who plays Falcon. Now it's forget.
Oh,
And the guy that plays Bucky, and everyone likes all these
Sebastian
actors.
Stan. Yep.
Sebastian Stan, yeah.
Well, the girl that played Agatha Harkness, I'm forgetting her name now too, but she was good. In terms
Actors
of
are never the
delivering,
problem.
delivering the. I mean, yeah, well, it can be, but yeah, delivering.
I mean, Hungry Boy, what's up, Hungry Boy?
Hey, Hungry Boy, yep.
Yeah, I'd say no, they can, but I'm saying, but for the most part, I don't blame actors whether they're crappy or not. It's one thing, but usually some of these things have really good actors, but they're just in garbage. So, yeah, Hungry Boy, good to see you there, buddy. Let's see here. I was messing around with my what's it did the other night when I was messing around with my my Tomorrow's account.
Yeah.
Like just at random, we were just talking about different comics. Shall we play a game? Let's see here. Unless you got anything going on, show, because this is an open forum now.
Yeah,
so.
It's open. Yep.
And we've talked enough about She-Hulk. Good Lord.
Yeah, we had one question from Oliver here. I guess. Do you think the TV show can bring female foes like Titania, Gemini, Beverly Cross, or Volcania? Well, I know Titania is in the show for a fact.
Is she?
Yeah. So that was the girl from the show with where they all ended up going to heaven, quote unquote. What was the name of that show with? Oh God, I'm drawing a blank now. Let me. I have to go to the Googles.
What show?
The girl that was Veronica Mars, right?
Uh-huh.
What's her name? I'm forgetting her name. I'm getting old. I'm forgetting names tonight. Christian. We've had to help us out, but the girl. Yeah, very cute girl.
Her name was Cute Girl.
Cute girl, yep. So that was the Kristen Bell, right? Yep.
Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell, yep. Yeah, all right. So then she was in the show was all right. Now I got to go. The Good Place. God, sometimes you just can't remember things that you know. So she was on The Good Place, and then all right. So I'm going to The Good Place, and then that way I can get to the actress's name on The Good Place who's playing, who's in this movie. So let's see here. Here we go. So. Where's The Good Place here? Come on, give me the cast of The Good Place.
Well, Michael Bingham says, asking how woke a modern Disney Marvel movie will be is in like the Pink Panther Strikes. It's like asking ask Dreyfuss how much he hates Clouseau, how high is up. Well, I think it varies sometimes. Though there've been some I've seen that have less of that crap than others. Michael Bingham. I mean, they all have it to an extent or another, so it's kind of irrelevant, but. I've seen one here and there where I go, wow, they didn't really have much wokey crap in that, but they'll make up for it for the next one, I'm sure. So I'm not saying it's the exact amount all the same time. And I hate the woke crap so as much as you do. So I promise you, I am duly chastised for my previous transgressions. I promise. about not, whatever I said about the wokeness before. See the
So
phone says the one that one and a few others that I had. The MSG3 movie was great to see in a theater. Yes, I saw that in the theater too. Pop culture, I love that.
yep, that
I
was
remember
fun.
seeing
Yeah.
the movie, and it was when it came out in the theater, like it was packed. My friend and mine were the only ones in the theater the day we saw it. Anyway, go ahead. You were saying
Oh no, I was just gonna say it's Jamelia, if I'm saying her name right, Jamelia Jamil, who's
Jamelia
on
Jamil is playing Titania.
she's
Okay,
gorgeous actress.
will they let her be
And
gorgeous on this show or no?
I don't know, we'll see. But she is actually
Was she
really
in the
tall.
trailer?
They showed a character in the trailer for like a couple of seconds that maybe was her, but I couldn't tell. But she's actually really tall, and very pretty. Of course, they're changing up the character's background of Titania, of course, because Titania is a redhead. I think they did. I think so. Was another ginger side. So maybe she was in that trailer now. Let you think of it, like for a couple of seconds. Yeah.
She might have been because I can't remember now. But hey, what She-Hulk, whatever. Again, it's a character I don't care about, show I don't care about. I'll probably sit there and watch it, and then I don't know. I might not even watch much of it. I'm kind of done. Like I said, if I go, because again, a dear friend of mine, we go to all the Marvel movies together. If I go to see Thor with him, then I'll review it, and we'll do a review show. And after that, I may review no more of their movies. I mean, that might really, unless, well, look, and I'll be fair and objective. Unless it's better than I think it's going to be, maybe. But if it's what I think it's going to be, I'll make that, because you got to stop something somewhere, right? You don't have to.
Yeah.
But I think it's good to break things off sometimes.
What about the FF movie when that comes out?
It's never coming out.
We're getting the casting for that. Didn't they?
Never.
They didn't hire you?
Never will there be a Fantastic Four movie from Disney, Marvel. Mark my words. Read my lips. No Fantastic Four movie. It won't happen. Ever. There will be no Fantastic Four movie from Disney. I will not allow it.
Oh my God, that is Titania, and that's got to be a crazy getup that they
you
gave
found
her.
a picture of her or something?
Yeah, with the big boots, the gold boots, and then the jacket.
What are you watching, the trailer or something?
Yeah, instead of having the bodysuit, because that looks like the actress a little bit. It's like a silly kind of superhero costume. That's got to be her. That's got to be what they did.
Must look terrible.
It doesn't look great there, no. But hey, look, I love the Tick, the Fox Tick shows, my all-time favorite show.
Right.
Like, I cancel it after that. So I mean, of course, the Tick is comedies, and the costumes are silly, and so it depends on what they're going for. So if it's well written and fun, hey, that's okay. Like Peacemaker, I really ended up liking Peacemaker at the end.
Keely Chow, Roll Tide. Yeah, Peacemaker.
Hey, Keely. Yeah, Peacemaker was good. So if it's a satire and let's see where it lands.
Michael Beacom's got me there. He says there's already a Fantastic Four, or is, I should say, a Fantastic Four movie. It's called Incredibles. Totally agree with you, Michael. Although I hated the second one. But you're right, from Disney, not a chance. Yes, sir. We reach, brother.
Yeah,
we reach, my friend. So I tell you what, let's some random fun here. Unless you got something.
Yeah. No, right. Just random fun is always good. Yeah.
We mentioned the Fantastic Four. A couple of us here are a little fond of the FF. Who wants to have a little Fantastic Four fun?
Sure.
All right. As you know, I like my favorite thing. I don't shut up about tomorrow's publications and back issue. And sometimes I just go around and look. You can't tell what's in an issue on. All of my issues are stored digitally on there that I bought for them over the years.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just pull one up digitally. Maybe I haven't read it in a while or whatever. And I like to I use it. Man, there's so much information in these things. So I was just going at random as we were talking a while ago, looking at some of them. And I came up with one And it just so happens to be a topic that we were sort of talking about, the Fantastic Four. So how about we take a look at it?
That sounds good.
We'll just again, I'm not trying to steal their thunder. I like to advertise for them. This is a much older issue. This is a special issue about one of my favorite times of the Fantastic Four in the Bronze Age.
Let's go time traveling.
Yeah. How many of you bought Fantastic Four in the Bronze Age? Yeah. Oh, look, I'm looking forward to that Alex Ross book. When he's talking about that book coming out with
Yep. I gotta love Alex Ross's art. Yep.
I'm looking forward to that. This is Fantastic Four number. I mean, this is back issue number 74. This is from around 2014 or something. This came out. Yes, it doesn't match Kirby. It's not the Kirby run, and it's a tumultuous run, but it is where we first got George Perez. Fantastic Four in the Bronze Age, because I'm a Bronze Age baby. So I thought we might stroll.
That's great issue.
See a few pictures from that. Did anyone ever? I feel like I'm the only one that ever reads this magazine, but man, there's so much.
I've never read it, but I should buy this one.
Well, you have.
I love the way that. Yeah, but I love the way they, get everything together, and they got one, from you showing it before, one issue showing all these different topics, and it's really well done.
Oh God, yeah, it's a great. I mean, these guys really love, probably make it a little bit smaller.
It's a love letter to what they like, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's comics history. These are some historians here. I hated the. Yeah, I agree with that, Hungry Boy. I did not like the Sienkiewicz FF run either, but Joe Sinnott saved it. They always have fun information and the fine stuff in there too. World's Greatest Comic Magazine of the 70s, and it started with Kirby. Kirby was still doing it a little bit.
Yeah. 100th anniversary issue. Yep. I've
got
that
one, I bet you.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
I know you have that one.
I got that. Yeah.
There's something weird. That cover, well, I can't say it. It would be spoilery to say what that cover really is. Wagner, you pick up back issue? My kind of pal. There you go. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a great mag there, Pop Culture. I love it. If you anytime you ever want, I mean, they got a bunch of books too. I mean, Alter Ego is great for more of the Golden and Silver Age stuff, but back issues about the Bronze Age, which I love, and I buy Alter Ego also. But yeah,
I've got that. Well, not the original art, but I have that issue.
Yeah,
I wish I had some original art.
How much you think that goes for right there?
My God, 30 to 40 grand at least, probably for a cover.
Yeah.
Be my guess, right? What issue?
Yeah,
120. Yeah.
120 is Galactus.
And they probably sold it for $40 or $400. Yep. Rascally Roy Thomas. Yep.
There's another original art page.
But
you have that issue.
What number is that? Oh yeah,
133. You got that?
I gotta have that. I probably do. Yeah, I have most of 100 and up. I think every issue. Must be some gaps here and there, but
yeah. I was getting this at the comic shops and stuff up until around 2004, like 6 or 5 or 6. Then I started ordering directly from the website. So when you buy the physicals, you could just buy digital, by the way. It's cheaper, but you get free digital if you buy the physicals. So it's kind of cool. And I know that they can't. I hope they don't mind me showing this a little bit. John, dude, I'm doing it just like promote you guys. It's not like I'm reading the whole articles to anyone or anything like that.
I think you probably sell some of these mags tonight, showing it like this. Yeah,
you never know.
I love that art.
God. Again, I love Buckler. There's nothing that touches Kirby. I'm not blaspheming Kirby here, folks, but I did love the Bronze Age because that was when I was going to the stands. This is the stuff. I have this issue of Fumi. I have that. Listen here, with the thing on it. I have that. That was the. Yep. Are you familiar with Foom?
Sure.
Friends of Old Marvel.
Friends of Old Marvel.
Yeah, hey Max Redstone, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, Max.
Wish you met Clobberin. Will Wheaton. Max Redstone. Now that you mentioned the Clobberin, I think we should bring it out right now. Hang on one second.
Not for Rich, but for
Not for Rich Buckle. Let me find something else.
For Will Wheaton. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to. I'm not going to disgrace any of these comics for that, but we won't be talking about the comic. We're just talking about. Where is it? Oh shit. Okay. Here you go. This is for you, Max. Crap. Oh, see, I like that better. I don't want to. She wants to re-record it. Don't let her do it. That's perfect.
That's perfect. Yeah, what I did,
That's
I just
natural.
chopped up one of her quotes, and I just had fun doing it. Yep.
Oh God, I love it.
But if Raquel ever wants to send me some crap, she can.
Yeah, I know. But don't. I'm gonna try to convince her.
You
I don't
like
want
it
her to.
that way. You like it
That's
that.
perfect, man. That's the best.
Well, you know, these professionals and engineers always want to change things and improve
engineers,
things.
They love to change things. Man, he shows us original art. I'm like, God, wow.
That's awesome.
Oh shit! Look at that. This is one of the things that aggravate me. Look at that. This is some of the things that they got a little dramatic in the 70s. Look, summons for divorce court with Reed and Sue breaking up all the time. Damn it.
Yeah, they did it a few times. Yep.
And they broke up as a group, and they bring like see at this point, what was it? There's Medusa was in the group, and Submariner would join up to help him because Reed was all messed up.
Depressed.
By the way, am I the only one that liked Johnny's red costume? I liked it. Those out there, did you like Johnny's red costume? Look at his Gil Kane covers, by the way. Crossover with the Avengers.
It didn't fit in with the rest of the guys. It made sense for someone who, caught on fire, but
yeah, but it looked more like the original Human Torch. That's what I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
I guess that's what he was going for. I mean, that's what he was going for.
Yeah.
Look at his Gil Kane covers crossover with Ultron and the FF and the Avengers. Back before there really were crossovers. I had them all. I had every annual and this says giant size superstars, but I had it.
So which that's not the annual though, right? That's
no, this was one of the giant size annual. Well, it was,
yeah,
it
they
was
reprinted
it was not an annual, no.
That was reprints in that one, or was that I'm trying to remember that one.
This one I think was I think, let me see here.
Oh, they say in the bottom.
I think it was new stuff.
New
and
stuff.
Some reprint. It was combined with reprints.
Yeah, they had some new stories, and then they
Lynn Wein
had some reprints. Yeah.
God bless Lynn Wein.
Yep.
There's Johnny with the red outfit. Okay, who hated the red outfit? You can tell me.
What issue
Alex
number
James.
is that? I'll scroll up just a smidgen. Yep.
152. You got that.
152. Yeah. Yep.
I knew you'd have it. Yeah, I love
God, I even have the Heroes Reborn stuff. God.
Yeah.
Should
I like that red outfit. Hey, Zachariah. Good to see you.
Hey, Zachariah.
Maria with the Intelli. Hello there. Beautiful lady.
Hey, Maria.
Good to see you. All right, you mooks. Suck in the guts, guys. We have a lady here.
Should we do a Paul red suit, blue suit?
This is goof off night where it's wild card Wednesday where I do nothing in particular. So the guys, we're geeking out. We didn't know any, we say, hey, you guys, you want to come down to the basement, see my comics? Yeah, let's go take a look at your comics, man.
The funny thing, we mentioned my son is back, and his girlfriend had like 10 comics that someone had given her, and she said, "Oh, can you check these to see if they're worth anything?" And the first comic I pull out of the box was a little package, Ultimate Comics Fallout #4.
Wow.
So I said, "Oh well, this might be worth." Let's see here, maybe $1,000 to $400. She's like,
Jesus
what?
Christ. Yeah.
Well, yeah, depending on if it's graded. I said, you got to get it graded. And I'm like,
yeah.
She's, most people always, tell, hey, what are my comics worth? They all think it's a #1. It's valuable. She's like, I'm sure they're just junk. I'm like, I got to tell the truth. I can't. I'll buy them for you for $50. I'm not, being not, I'm just joking, but I'm like, that's a pretty valuable comic, right? And we know that Miles is going to appear, in the MCU eventually. So when that happens, that comic will take off. We're not going to get into that whole other debate. But and then she had Flash #1 from the '80s, and then she had what else? She had a bunch of Miles Morales comics, I guess, and then what else did she? She had Alex Ross, the Brainlock. What was the Kingdom Come? The issues of Kingdom Come, yeah. So I'm like, oh, I'd like these. Yeah, I don't think those are actually worth that much, but yes, some nice comics. For 10 comics, I'm like, you got a nice. little batch of comics there. So
sure.
Yeah,
dude, a lot of people don't like the red outfit. Pop culture didn't like it. Republic, he didn't like. Okay, yeah, I like the red one, man. Oh well, Humberbush said like the red suit, but the thing suit. Yeah, but no. Of course, I like the red suit more than the thing suit. He means, of course, the exoskeleton suit.
Yeah.
This is right here where around the time Perez started. In fact, there is our boy right there. May he rest in peace, Mr. Perez. I loved his FF though.
Oh, it was good stuff. Yeah, great art, good stories.
Yeah. Wow. Look at
Ben loses his powers, and
yeah.
Is that a redraw? Is that a redraw? That cover?
Let's see. This cover here is an alternate cover. Hang on a second. Okay. Oops. Sorry. All right. Yeah. This is cover by Buckler, Dan Adkins, author, but left is Arthur Adams' recreation of the cover in pencil form from the Heritage auction. Yeah, so that's Art Adams redrawing that cover. That cover right there that you see, right here, everyone, on the right, not the left, the color version. I'm wearing that cover on my shirt right now as we speak. And it's
you gonna flash us?
Old.
Just kidding.
No, this shirt's got holes in it. It's ripped up. It's just the kind you wear around the house when you're not on camera, which I never am anyway, because I don't want the world shouldn't have to look at such ugliness. So, but yes, I'm proud to say I have this cover. I wish I had it on a shirt that wasn't so screwed up. I'm about to get this one back.
Was that a custom shirt? You ordered them?
No. I think I got it. Oh man, it's been so long now. Many years ago, like on Zazzle or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Oliver says Avengers Invaders was 1 through 12 was a fun read. With Alex Ross cover. I remember that. Sure. So anyway, this is of course the first part of this. The second part was a Kirby cover where they fought on the on the arch of St. Louis.
Yep. And you told us you went on the tour there. You said this is where the Thing fought the Hulk, right?
Yeah, I went on a tour with my wife, my then wife, my now ex-wife, in 1992 at the Arch in St. Louis, and I kept trying to explain to people how the Thing and the Hulk had a big fight here because it was actually under construction at the time, and I was trying to explain to him that that's what happened, and she kept saying, "Would you please stop embarrassing me?" For some reason, I can't imagine why. Can you believe she was embarrassed just because I was trying to impart knowledge about the Thing and the Hulk fighting there?
Everyone should know that, right?
You think everyone would know that the Thing and the Hulk back in the 70s fought right there. What's wrong with that?
Yeah. Right? Everyone should know that. And Athena's saying, too, the Hulk's radiation made Ben revert back. So I think it was showing when I had that issue signed by George Perez. I was showing that last week.
You did, yeah.
As a kid, and they're on that, they're up on top of, was it the fair, like a Ferris wheel they're on top of or something? I can't remember, but.
Indeed, Hungry Boy.
Yeah. And then.
They were on top of them. Yeah.
They're on top of it. And then I'm reading. Oh, the arch. Yeah, that was the one with the arch. And they're reading it. I'm reading it. I'm like, at the end, Ben unzips the next issue, or one of them, Ben unzips the exoskeleton. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Because back in the day, you get one comic, you'd miss 2 or 3 issues, or or you couldn't get any. Like what they do to the thing.
I was like, why is Power Man taking over for him?
Yeah.
Here, as you can see, when this, I was pretty shaken up as a kid when I saw Power Man taking over for Ben, and Ben was a human.
Yeah,
again.
that issue. Yeah, so 168. Yeah, and I was like, and then years later, I was able to complete the series. Yeah, that's the one I got, fighting Gore. Yep, on the left.
Yep, that's one. It's a Kirby cover where he's fighting Gore. Golden Gorilla. I love this. Andy Masterson, what's up, bud?
Hey, Andy.
Good to see you there, brother.
Now, so that's the one where he unzips the suit at the end, and I was like, "What? Oh my God!"
I'll never forget buying both of these on the stands, but there was a little part from each other. But the whole story on when they fought Gore, then he turned out he was an intelligent gorilla, because it turned that Marvel just couldn't let DC be the only one obsessed with gorillas.
Yeah. So
they had to so he was sort of like Solivar from DC, and they had, anyway, he was from Counter Earth. And they went to fight the High Evolutionary and stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's my brain's not working great tonight, but yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Andy, Hulk Thing battles.
Oh God,
by the way,
the best. Yeah.
How about our next review? We do the big change, the Hulk graphic novel.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
That. If you want, we don't have to do that one.
Sure. Yeah.
Hungry Boy says, I hated Power Man replacing Ben. That still pissed me. I was pretty upset as a kid by that.
It only lasted 2 issues, right?
Didn't it? No, but I like Power Man, but I was like, no, Ben can't be replaced.
It should be She-Hulk.
Yeah, she wasn't around yet. So,
just kidding.
As okay, that you brought this on yourself. This is Raquel's answer to that terrible thing you said.
Crap.
Yeah, someone was saying on Gary's stream today. I can't remember if it was Gary or one of the people in the show. Like, I didn't mind when Ben was replaced by She-Hulk, and I was working. I couldn't get into the chat, but I'm like, I minded. I'm sure that you weren't too happy.
Well, before that, not too long before that, Byrne was doing Avengers for a short time, and he stuck her in the Avengers, and I didn't like that either. I was like, what the hell's wrong with him? He was obsessed with She-Hulk, man.
Yeah, he did love She-Hulk, but we did get the the Ben. Was that Marvel 2-in-1 at the time? He had his own title, and then he went into the Thing title, I guess. But yeah, he's still got to be in the FF too.
I love this issue right here on the side, the one with the Frightful Four tryouts and one with the Brute. That was a great comic, man. I mean, you can say what you want about that run. Thomas and Perez on that run was sitting in. Yeah.
Oh, it's really good. Yeah. Oh, and Pop Culture Republic set it out. So thanks for watching, Pop Culture Republic.
Have a great night. Culture Republic. Thank you, buddy. Good to see you, man. So I love this run. I mean, look, I'm a Bronze Age baby. Oh my God, if I could have that piece of original art, that's probably worth about $20,000. Look at that. Jesus.
Yep. Gorgeous stuff. Yep. Oh, and Michael Beacom's calling it a night too. So good night, Michael.
Hi, Michael Beacom. Be good, buddy. Thank you. Look at that, dude. A Perez stretch of Dr. Doom.
Yep.
Holy sheet. As a Perez cover.
Yeah, that's nice. Yep.
You got these signed by him?
Yep.
Right?
I got the heart. Yep, I did get those signed. Yep. I kept going back on the line so you could do 5 at a time.
And then, of course, like when Kirby, of course, that's a Perez cover, the one we talked about there that you love, that 191.
Yep.
Here's What If number 11, where Kirby actually did the full interior on it. What if the original Marvel bullpen had become the Fantastic Four? So odd that Kirby would come and do that whole thing.
Yeah.
But he was back at Marvel at the time. Indeed, Maria, the Maria, that's a good point. The detail was amazing back then. Those guys were great. They were true artists. I mean, they had to do the pencils, they had to do the inks, they had very small deadlines to do them. They had to do the backgrounds and stuff. Our buddy Hungry Boy is a well-known, he's a comic book artist himself. And that's why I love the art in the older comics. It's just incredible. But
that's why that one on the left, it's hanging on my wall right behind me now. It's one of my favorite all-time covers, and of course, getting it signed by George Perez and getting him to talk to about the cover was even more special too. So, but yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, the detail and the quality of the art, it's just amazing.
Hungry Boy, you're right. Love that. What if Fabulous Flo. We could all use a fabulous Flo Steinberg in our life, buddy.
Yep.
Alex James hates that one. Oh, he said he had that one.
I had that
He
one
said
up
you
there.
hate it. I still have it. I was just kidding. I didn't think you said hate, but just for a second. But no, Alex James. That's because I've got my damn screen too far back from behind my microphone, as always. So let's see here. I love the Bronze Age, and I love the FF. Look at Marv Wolfman. Look at this Kirby cover here.
Yep.
I love this issue.
That's signed too, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Looks like it's signed by Marv.
Yep. They should have more characters on that 200
right.
cover.
Yeah. It's the whole, other than floaty heads, the whole team should have been on there.
Yeah.
It was a miss. Sorry for the misspeak there, Alex. Oh, you still had that What If D Bud? Yeah. It's a classic. Classic. Probably last time Kirby drew anything even sort of resembling the Fantastic Four, even though they're not exactly the FF. Keith Pollard, Joe Sinnott. I like Keith Pollard. I thought he was an underrated artist. There's Keith. I wonder whatever happened to Keith Pollard, Hungry Boy. I know he went to DC after a while, but he did a lot of stuff for Marvel and DC. Well, Marvel mostly. Some John Byrne sketches.
Yep.
I remember, oh my God, I remember buying this comic book off the stand. Or it was either this issue or issue 7. I can't remember now. Now this is a reprint book. But I didn't know that. All I knew is it was the Human Torch.
Yep.
Hell yeah, Andy Masterson. That would be cool.
Flaming first issue. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, again, a reprint, but still.
Yeah, versus the original Human Torch, right?
I think I remember where I was. I vaguely remember where I was when I bought this issue. I think we were in Colorado on a vacation when I was a kid. That was 1974.
Yep. You just remember, you remember getting it. Probably stopped at a 7-Eleven or something.
No, they had like a little gift shop at the campground.
Oh, then boom, comics.
We're camping, yeah. Wow, man, Marvel team up, number 2 and number 23. Yeah, buddy.
Yep.
I love that Gil Kane cover on the Human Torch, Iceman one. What a team up, huh?
That was always, and it were always self-contained stories for the most part in those, right? So
yes.
So I love getting like one comic, one story, or sometimes they even had a couple, like a really short story, like an 8-pager, and then another story. But it was always great. You had that issue, like that was perfect too. If you're on vacation, you buy that issue, you read it, and you got your one, your one whole story. You didn't need to worry about the next issue, and or you'd read it 3 or 4 times, right? You'd go back and read the comic again.
Oh man, you wouldn't just read it once. Back then, man, you read it a few times while you were enjoying your Slurpee with a superhero cup on it, a superhero on it, and your candy bar or whatever. Yeah, them. Yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't get to buy that many too, right? So if you had 4 or 5 comics, you'd read them all. And let me read them again. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And
that's why they're in crappy shape.
That's why you would hang out with your friends and read the ones. Sometimes if you go with friends and stuff, they would you'd all buy different ones and you'd share. We used to do that. And I got that from my dad when I first early on started buying comics. He said, "Well, that's what," and he never, he bought them as a kid. He said, "That's what we used to do. We would trade them off." You know? Oh boy! Oh my God! This is your fault. No, this is a good one though. But
that's
we're going to get to the bad one though.
Thing ring.
I never really liked the way they drew the thing on this, but it was still a great cartoon.
Yeah, I guess they say the lines are too much work, right? The thing's a nightmare. That's why they put him in the suit. The wrestling suit after a while too. It's less work to draw him.
Oh yeah, but see, this is that's from the Hanna-Barbera one, which we like, but so that's not
the
bronze.
guy in the top right corner. You have that's the
Paul
you have one that's the the animated, the GIF that you've got playing, the Clobberin time on the top right. But there's
Oh,
one I
yeah,
think
yeah.
did I give you one that's the old school Hanna-Barbera one? I think he's just
Did you?
punching, he's punching away. I don't know if I did, but
You did it. Oh God, yeah. There we go. Cool.
there you go. Yeah, that's the punching a moloid there. It looks like, I think.
But see this, I don't know why they're. It's been a long time since I've read this back issue, but but that's the '60s cartoon, so they cheated and went back a little bit, which is fine. Joanne Flug, look how gorgeous she was back then. She did the voice of Invisible Girl. She was beautiful, man. She was fantastic. I loved her. She was on The Fall Guy, remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm not
love the Fall Guy.
No kiss until I've been seen with Sarah. It's true, I heard her about in my body. Sorry. I apologize for
$6 million.
Sing that song.
The $6 Million Man sang that pretty well, right?
It was pretty bad, actually. You don't think it was pretty embarrassing? Lee Majors can't sing, man.
I thought it was fun. I loved it. I was a
Look at Ted
10-year-old kid watching it too, right? So
look at Ted Cassidy.
Saturday Morning Fever. Hey,
oh my God! See, that's one with Herbie the Robot right there.
Yep. And I like Herbie, but he's no Human Torch.
No, the only saving grace of Herbie is that at least Kirby created him. I had a crush, Alex. I had a crush on Joanne ever since I seen her on the Night Strangler. That's right. Yes, she was in the Night Strangler. That's the second Kolchak TV movie. Those Kolchak TV movies are great, by the way. There was the Night Stalker, then there was the Night Strangler, and then he did a TV series. So, you are fined 2 credits for a violation of the verbal morality standard. Thank you. I accept your ruling verdict. That's right, Ted. That's exactly what Ted Cassidy is, the voice of Galactus. Hell yeah.
So the thing is that she only remembers the truck. I remember Marky Post and who was the girl?
Heather Thomas.
Heather Thomas. Marky was gorgeous.
Marky was gorgeous.
Yes, but they didn't show. You know, she was more of the Heather Thomas.
Right. She was later. Character. It was Joanne Flug in the first seasons. This is your damn fault right here.
Oh God.
Thing ring, do your thing. Your damn fault. I'm blaming the show on you.
Yeah. And years later, they used to be in this animated site, like a Wikipedia for animated cartoons, and they took it down, or I don't know if it got taken down or just the owner stopped updating. But I'm like, wasn't there a show where the Thing with the kid that put the ring on? I'm like, am I crazy? Did I remember? Was it Nightmare? Was it like a Bob Newhart Nightmare, or was it? I'm like, then I Googled it, or I found that website, and they had. I'm like, oh shit, it was. And then it was like the Thing with
and Barney and
Fred and Barney,
the Thing hour.
Yeah, and then they also had like with the Incredible New Shmoo. That's like,
yes.
Remember the New Shmoo?
Heads needed to be cracked. That was something. Violence needed to be perpetrated on people at that studio right there.
Yeah, because the Thing was so popular. He was the Wolverine of the 70s, I guess, for lack of a better.
He was very popular. Yeah,
really super popular character back then. So, like, why
not?
That's
right. Oh, that's right. She was the belly dancer, and that's. Oh God, yeah. Now I need to go back and watch Night Strangler. I want to go get. They got a Blu-ray of a Kolchak Blu-ray now, the series, and I hope they put the movies out too. Movies are the best, but the series was short-lived but great. Darren McGavin was fantastic. You ever seen Kolchak?
Yep.
I love
that scared the crap out of me as a kid.
I love it, man. Here's a question: since actors can be visually cloned now, and VO artists could have their voices stolen by software, is that true? From last year, Cassidy's voice be stolen. It'd be one you would steal, wouldn't it?
Well, you could, but you'd have to get the rights.
Good night, Max.
Take care, Max. Unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you want to look at it, but actors are now selling their digital likenesses. So, Mark Hamill sold his likeness. They can actually create a script from just sampling all your voice work and do an artificial voice. So we'll look at Grand Moff Tarkin and Star Wars when they recreated him, although it was that uncanny valley effect, but they did it. And of course the news today was Stan Lee, who created everything in the Marvel universe, they just bought his likeness for the next
Yeah, I heard about
25
that.
years. So they have his likeness and voice, and they're probably going to CGI him into the Marvel movies, I guess, or who knows what they're going to do. But heck, okay, why don't they do that with Jack and throw his family some more money too? I would like, I'd love, I know maybe you wouldn't want to see him in the movies, but I'd like his family to get as much money as possible. But God,
I like it.
If they did a FF movie, I know you're saying they're not doing one, and you're the only one that's allowed to direct it. But,
I won't allow it to be the FF.
God, I mean, that should be a huge Kirby tribute. But yeah, it's just sad. But yeah, Kirby should be. God damn, he should be in. His likeness should be in some of these movies. I guess I'm glad he wasn't in the Turtles.
At least some kind of tribute would be nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, Turtles is so bad. All right, here's one for you, everybody. Who remembers the Fantastic Four radio show?
I don't remember that one.
With Bill Murray as the Human Torch, by the way.
No way.
Yes, way. This was on FM channels, including the one in my city, believe it or not. It was syndicated all over the place. I didn't get to listen to it when it was on originally. For some reason, I can't remember why. Well, I guess because I didn't know about it till later. But I think people have probably put them on YouTube or in other ways where you can listen to these. They're preserved somewhere. All of them, I don't know. But this was the Fantastic Four radio show.
It was on they made a record of it too. Wow.
Yeah, did a record of it. Yeah, I guess film and stuff.
Oh, I gotta buy that. Jeez.
Yeah,
back in my day, RTV was radio.
Yes. So here's some. Bill Murray was Johnny Storm. Well, Bill Murray was probably working for Second City and National Lampoon Records or whatever at the time and stuff.
Well, anything for money too, right? You're struggling. That's probably obviously before he's famous there, I'm sure.
Right.
It's early 70s, so right. So I mean,
if I ever met him, that's what I would ask him. All the things people ask Bill Murray, can you imagine? I wonder if anyone ever asks him about that.
I doubt it.
Oh my God. All right, folks, this right here is the reason we're all talking right now. So you can hate this thing. If you hate that you know me, not the guy there so much. This comic, or this book and record, Power Records. And yes, I do have it now. I was able to finally snag it in Orlando back in the 90s. I had it because I lost it. The Fantastic Four book and record, Power Records. Yeah, it's a reprint of Fantastic Four number 126. The Way It Began. There are 13 episodes of that radio show, all on YouTube. Thank you, Athena. There you go. I meant to go back and listen to them. I haven't listened to them in a long time. But anyway, this is too, by the way, these Power Records are all on YouTube as well. I would listen to this thing over and over and over again. And of course, that's how I learned how to read, because I had severe learning disabilities. So now you're just shocked to death. And back, this was 74ish or whatever. I was around 10 years old, 9 years old, 10 years, whatever it was, at 9, 10 almost. And I just refused to try to learn how to read until comics came along. And I started looking at comics and Power Records and things like that. I mean, I'd seen comics before, but this allowed me to hear what these. I guess I don't know how I put two and two together. The record was saying what was on the page.
Yeah, because there's a comic in there,
record,
right?
Like a little radio.
Yeah, you
play.
open it up, and then
there's a book. There's like a 45. Yeah.
With all the comic pages, yeah. So they're reading
right. They're acting it out like a little radio play of the comic book. And as a kid, I would listen to those words because I could read some things, but not much. I could barely write my name. I understood obviously understood language. I could communicate, and that's how I wanted. I memorized these records so much. Then I realized, that those are the words on the page.
Guess what? I can read.
I taught myself how to read. I said, wait a minute, I can read words. That's how I did, because there was no teacher that was going to talk me into reading. I was too stubborn. No teacher was ever going to make me learn shit. I just didn't have it in me. That's why I was in learning disability classes and stuff. And I was talking to a wall, but a comic book sure could.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's fantastic, though. It's a great.
So, and
I'm sure some of the it was $1.49 back in the day, but I'm sure that the people that do these records, part of it was actually I just found a picture of it, and they say here, this exactly that. They said this action-packed book and record set includes a 20-page full-color illustrated storybook and a 7-inch 45 RPM record. It's been especially designed so that you can read the story and follow the record word for word. This is a real learning aid and creates a desire to read as it entertains. The action comes alive as you read. So, that's what they were shooting for.
They helped
too.
kids learn how to read. Well, yeah, I was the target for it.
That's great.
Yeah. And here's a list of like some of the stations. Now I happen to know we had it on a station here in Baton Rouge. I mean, for this, but here at this point, remember how last month we swore we'd let you know as soon as the Fantastic Four radio show was playing in your neighborhood? Well, this is like them adding stuff to so where I don't know where you were living in 1974, but
I was in Connecticut. Yep. Though we've been on a New York station. Well, like I said, where's New York City? So I could hear New York City radio. Let's see. Do they have? Well, Hartford is too far.
It had to be New York.
Oh, here. Well, yeah, WPLR. You could kind of pick that up. But where's New York
had
City?
to be.
New Haven.
This is like an added list, I think. But it had to be New York. It was Marvel Comics.
Oh, yeah, they had to. Yeah, they had to, right? Yeah. Yep. That's wild, though. That's cool.
Yeah, each episode is only 17 minutes long. The basic storylines go through storylines of issue 1 through about 12. Crazy stuff, huh?
That's very cool.
Let's see here. I remember seeing that in the comics at the time. Said, "Wow, I can't believe it." Storylines from the radio show. Week 1, Meet the Mole Man, like Menace of the Miracle Man, Coming of Submariner. Yeah, it's got all of them. Of the early stories. Well, that was easy, wasn't it?
There you go.
And there's the they did a record of it. I never saw the record anyway.
Yeah, that'd be cool to try to find that one.
Wow, the Impossible Man. This is one of the greatest Marvel Fantastic Four comics outside of Kirby ever done. I mean it. It's great. It's fitting that it has a great Kirby cover and a great Perez interior. This is what we're going to review this issue. It's so crazy and fun.
It's nuts. Impossible Man was always so damn crazy.
I love it, man. I love this crazy issue. Yep. This
there.
Yeah, it was just so much fun. It opens up at the very end of the last issue. The thing that pissed off Galactus, so he was in his exoskeleton, and he blasted him. Well, by the end of the issue, he turned back into the Thing, and then this opens up with him still like just getting, where it left off, him changing back into Ben. I mean, back into the Thing. Sorry,
Thing. Yeah.
And he said, "What a revolting development this is."
Yeah.
And back then.
Well, doesn't he will himself to become the Thing at that point? That he has to sacrifice?
No.
Or that different issue where he changes back?
That's later.
That's later. Okay, I'm mixing
this is one where he's just now turned back into the Thing, and I remember at the time when that came out, for years before that, I knew what that saying was from. You know what? Everyone know what the saying "What a revolt and development this is" comes from? Does anyone remember? Because it's got to be old.
I don't remember that. I should remember that, but
there was a classic TV series called The Life of Riley.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There was actually early seasons with one season with Jackie Gleason, but the show was usually, and I love Jackie Gleason, but he was not right for the character of Riley. It was, other than that, it was William Bendix. William Bendix was hilarious. My dad and I, years before, when I was a kid, we watched The Life of Riley all the time because we just got in cable. It was like the Jesus Channel, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And at the end of almost every episode, with that look on his face, Life of Riley, Chester Riley would look at the camera and say, "What a revolting development this is." Well, so that's where Ben got it from, because that was shows from the 50s, 60s. So that's where, and every now and then he would say it, "What a revolting development this is." So just a little silly, useless history there for you, in case you wonder why Ben says that all the time. He watched The Life of Riley, of course. Now, again, Jackie Gleason is the king of greatness. I love The Honeymooners, but his season as Riley was kind of William Bendix was Riley. Man. I love The Life of Riley. I wish I could watch that again, man. I've not seen that since the 70s.
That's streaming in there? I haven't seen that streaming in there yet.
I don't know. It was a classic, though. It was just a, routine, like, silly family sitcom. I mean, it's not, by the way, Honeymooners is better. The classic 39 The Honeymooners are masterpieces that can never be touched by any sitcom, in my opinion, probably. And,
God, I love The Honeymooners.
Perfect comedy.
Can a Corey Apple?
Oh, I couldn't Corey Apple. Hey, Ralphie boy, what do you say to that fellow?
And then you watch that episode, and actually the prop breaks. That for those of you that are youngins haven't seen it. Yeah. Ralph Crandom's trying to get rich quick, and he buys, I think, 1,000 of these gadgets. Think of Home Shopping Club network before Home Shopping Network. So it can corn apple, it can dice, it can slice. It's got all these multi tools, like a Swiss Army knife in the kitchen. And so Ralph is demonstrating it. And the thing, you can see it breaks apart, and parts fly off, and Art Carney goes over, and Ralph goes over, and he picks up, and Art Carney and him, it's all live, so they just keep going, and he adds some lines, and he just ad-libs some stuff, and they keep going. So like Art Carney's like, boom, 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 this is the old way to do it, and like he's doing it faster than Ralph can do it. It's just this. Oh, I just die laughing watching it. It's probably on YouTube.
I love it. That was one of the greatest. That was such a great one. In this comic, of course, they stormed Marvel Comics because Impossible Man was pissed that he didn't have a comic book. And so they went, and I remember they're talking about, Jack's there and Stan's there. And was it Roy and, Stan's pissed that they don't have a story for the new issue. And they said, well, we can't get a hold of the FF to ask them what they're up to. And Kirby says, why don't you lads just make up some stories about the FF? They said, what? Make up stories. And Perez says, instead of just drawing what really happened. And Stan says, nice try, Jack, but it just isn't done. I like when he becomes Cap Shield right there.
Yeah.
Oh, God, this is a great comic. I love this friggin' comic. Oh, shit. Fourth wall, big time, huh?
Yeah, it's so well written too. It's just so much fun. I mean, it's
a lot of fun.
That's Marvel the thing. It's a silly issue, but it's damn fun. Yeah.
It was also kind of funny when he was in this issue of Marvel 2-in-1. I love Impossible Man. I know you're not supposed to like him.
Impossible Man's he's kind of it's like a Batmite type, but better than Batmite, I think. So he's just he's really fun character. Yeah.
I don't know why we got. It's supposed to be about the FF now. I don't know why we got some X-Men stuff there. Oh my God! Here you go with the Migos.
There we go.
Oh boy, Migo FFs, boy! Oh boy! Oh shit! Yeah, I'm sure you have this.
I don't have that one, which is unbelievable.
I wanted
it's damn expensive. I was looking for it for years, and then
it's a terrible.
I should have bought it. Yeah, it should be. It should be next to my Spider-Man.
I had a Human Torch and Reed for years, but you couldn't find Ben, and I couldn't find Sue either.
Yeah, I should have that. I gotta get all those guys in my collection.
I still have Reed.
I think I have. I have
Reed and
somewhere.
Johnny only. Yeah, and those things
they keep going up and up and up in value too. So
what happened to the Thing in this picture? He's wearing that's cloth clothes around him. In case Kal-El, he's wearing jammies, as someone said.
They couldn't afford to do the sculpt, so that was when we were kids. These are the best action figures you can get. So
hell, I loved Migos anyway. I loved them.
Yeah, they couldn't afford to do them. So I mean, because the bodies on these characters, they would sculpt the head, and that was it. So And then in this case, they actually went out and did separate hands. At least you got separate hands. So, but yeah, they went. Doing a die is extremely expensive. So by just doing those parts, they make it a lot cheaper. So the Human Torch, he's got his costume, Mr. Fantastic. So it's they save a ton of money that way. But yeah, it was so disappointing when you got that.
Kal-El, I like to think of it as he's wearing an exoskeleton suit. Thank you.
There we go.
So, I don't know what else to do about it, man. It's just kind of crazy. Oh, good Lord. Joke. Galactus. Well, enough said, huh?
Yeah.
Galactus. So speaks the devourer of worlds, Galactus. Some Kirby Galactus.
The best, of course.
Of course. Then we get into the bronze. Some bronze Galactus coming up. Well, the Kirby cover still has some Kirby, though. Some bronze Galactus. Oh, man.
Yeah,
then they started getting ridiculous with Galactus.
The Dazzler.
But, I let that Marvel team up, Aunt May, Franklin Richards versus Galactus. Remember that classic? All right.
There we go.
Out of you guys. Oh, yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Confession time. Who bought Marvel team up, Aunt May, Franklin Richards versus Galactus? No lying. Raise your hand. Listen, I wish Byrne would have finished the last Galactic story at Epic. Yeah, I absolutely agree, Wagner. That's a crime that he didn't finish that. Yeah, that's true. Doctor Strange turned took out Galactus with one magic spell. Galactus was very weak at the time, but yes, that's true. Hungry Boy bought it. There's one. We have one confession.
I don't think I have that.
We have two. D-Bud got it.
D-Bud got it. Yeah.
We have two confessions. Okay, I bought it too. Shit. I think I did. See, my memory's fuzzy on crap like that. I think I bought it at the time, but I was kind of... That was... To be fair, wasn't that Assistant Editor's Month? Let me look at it, make sure. Yeah, it was. You familiar with Assistant Editor's Month?
Yeah. That was all those crazy titles that they put out for one. Right. That's why they were assistant editors, right?
Yeah. It was kind of funny. It was funny, but I don't know. At the time, I don't know. I wanted something else out of my comics, and so I didn't laugh at them a lot, but yeah. Yeah, so by the way, fellas, I don't blame you for buying the Assistant Editor's Month stuff. It was kind of funny. Now, if you bought this issue of Dazzler, though, wow. Now, Rom, you should buy. But Galactus was getting around at that point, man. Jesus.
Yeah. Right?
Man, Galactus, were you that? Of course, we reviewed this a couple of weeks ago. Greatness.
Yep.
That was a really good use of Galactus, even though it was really off the wall.
Yeah, Hercules found out he wasn't the most powerful guy around there.
Yep. Now we're getting into Byrne's second run, his first full run. I really like the first one over to the left there. That was a great story about Galactus. Those two.
Oh God, that's great. Yeah, I have the statue from that. Well, it's a shouldn't say statue, but it's
I've got that statue
plastic.
too.
Yeah, oh, it's so good. The toy, yep. PVC or yeah,
that was a great
awesome.
Galactus story.
Yeah. I love Cap on the shoe with the shield going. Boom.
Yeah. I'm not sure, Wagner, whether they liked it or not. I haven't read this article in quite a long time. But yeah. But this was good stuff right here. Well, especially the first two over here. The other one's later. From later, but yeah. Poor old Johnny with what happened to Frankie Ray. Ain't that a shame? Ain't that a shame? Let's see here. See if they have any. There's Marshall Rogers on the Silver Surfer comic. I know you bought those.
Oh yeah.
I know you were buying that.
I think I have the. I think I have the whole. Guessing I have the whole run of that.
Fantastic Four in the 80s, folks. You know what? For the first couple of years, I liked Byrne's run. So don't always get on me about trashing Byrne. Got a lot of problems with him, but I liked his run for the first couple of years.
Yeah, Trial of Galactus and Trial of Reed Richards. Yeah.
Even though he shouldn't have inked himself.
Is anyone allowed to ink themselves, or is that just generally verboten?
Some are. That's a good question, actually. Hey, Cardinal Sin, what's up, buddy? Thank you so much for the super chat. You were too kind, my friend. Cardinal says, greetings, Clobberers. Hail, Clobberin Times. Mark D with his Z. Hungry Boy for more content. D. Bud Martin, the Comic Relief Crusader. Eric K. Wagner. All the mods in chat. It's Clobberin Times. Well, it is indeed. And in Clobberin Times is happy to see you, Cardinal Sin. Thank you, my brother. You are too generous as always. Thank you. Appreciate you. This was actually a great issue right here. This was the 20th anniversary issue of Fantastic Four. And
236,
without spoiling it, you should all check it out.
Oh, and congrats to Cardinal Sin on hitting 1K too before we. So that's awesome job there, and glad you reached that milestone, Cardinal.
Indeedishness. See, I like this. This is going back a little bit earlier when Byrne did the book with Joe Center inking. It was Marv Wolfman. I thought that was. I mean, I like some. I love when Center inked Byrne and tamed him down a little bit. But no, as far as there are some artists who are good at inking themselves, but it's more a time factor thing. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not qualified to answer that. I just know what I like, what I don't like. Now, Hungry Boy, he says, I think it's hilarious that all others have problems with Byrne's attitude, political incorrectness. Globby just hates the professional stuff. Yeah, I agree with him on most of the political crap, to be honest. But yeah, I just think he's a snot bag, and what he did to Superman and Superboy, I'll never really forgive him. Well, I'm a big believer in forgiveness, so I'm going to backtrack on that. He did come out and say that he wished he hadn't done that to Superboy, so I do forgive him, and I still will call balls and strikes. I love a lot of his work and dislike a lot of some stuff. So I'm tough on him because hey, I love
his run on FF, yeah, but
we've had a rocky relationship. I've insulted him to his face. He's been, it's a couple times. We've had our issues, but hey, I don't know if I've ever told that story. I probably should never have said that because I can't tell it here. I probably told you, but anyway, I don't know if I've told you, but anyway, so yeah, look, I love his art. I mean, he's on my list. Mark C and I, when we did our list, I had Byrne high up. And I love this issue, these issues where I'm sitting on inked him. Let's see if they have any stuff from that. Now, here's where I'm with you there also, Hungry Boy. Bill Sienkiewicz should not have been drawing the Fantastic Four for as long as he did, even with Sinnott, in this case, Pablo Marcos, but even with Sinnott and Marcos inking him. Kind of with you there. I didn't like the Doug Mensch, Bill Sienkiewicz run that much. It's kind of a low point for the series. Now it's high art compared to crap done today. I'll take this any day over that. If you know what I mean.
Yep.
Well, look at that. It's still
I'm
FF.
still buying
new
stuff, so.
Yeah, but you have to be criticized every now and then for it. No.
Yeah.
See, look, this isn't that bad. I mean, it's still okay.
No, it's good.
Sienkiewicz hated it. He hated it because he wanted to make his style all freaky, which he did. When he started out as a Neil Adams ripoff. Oh, Hungry Boy says, ugh, I hate the Bill S. stuff, and I love Pablo Marcos inks. I look at it now, I'm sorry, it just doesn't look that bad anymore. In fact, I'll take this any day over new crap. I know that's a bad lens to be looking through. I understand that.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Not a good criteria. And here's some of these burn issues. A really good look. I don't know why he had to cut. He cut Sue's hair, the butthead.
Yeah, I never liked her hair like that.
Why did
Yeah,
he
I remember that.
cut her hair like that? Yeah.
Well, he didn't give her the mohawk or the half shaved look at least, but yeah, never. Yeah, but people just try to change things up too. So
this right here though. Oh, She-Hulk.
And then Sue's hair is bad there again too. Yep. But I just, I was, much obviously, get into the FF. So that was, when you're a kid, you're reading what's coming out. So you just, you have fond memories of that stuff too. When it's, it's what's new or what you're getting. And Burns' art was really cool. And you just have fond memories of it. So, and some good stuff, some good stories. So,
yeah. Now this annual, wow, it's a little picture of it. I'm afraid Ditko was really not suited to FF anyway, and he was really not his own self, and it was not good. I gotta say, Ditko, that's a terrible annual. Sorry. Again, by today's standards, no, but you know what I mean.
Malice, there we go.
Hang on,
that was crazy. Malice, yeah.
Jumped on me. Hang on a second.
Well, I think that's that cover before. That's when Malice first appears, or right after that.
Yeah, I was already done. I already dropped the comic right here. I dropped it before Malice showed up because it was She-Hulk. I dropped it right around, I think, a little before She-Hulk showed up, maybe, or right around that time because I hated it. It was She-Hulk, I think, but I hated that costume change. Let's see.
That was Psycho Man manipulating Sue, if I remember correctly.
Right. They even adapted it on the cartoon. Yeah, I think I dumped the comic at this point. And in fact, I know I dumped it.
Scroll back up if you could. The issue before. Yeah, go back or go back to the Sue with the haircut. What issue number was that with the bad haircut?
On the cover, you mean?
Yeah, on the cover. Yep.
245.
24. Oh, okay. 24. Oh, yeah. So
260.
All right, so
266.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay. Much later. Okay. Malice comes much later. That's us.
I went too far back there.
Sorry, I missed
you. John Burns' snide face. No, you're good. John Burns' snide, stupid face.
Well, he's never one to back down, but I think he's mellowed a little bit.
He is
as he's gotten older. But hey, when we're young too, we do crazy. And doesn't excuse it, but sometimes you mellow out a little bit as you get older and wiser, right?
Yeah. What if related issues? Oh yeah, he did that. What if the Fantastic Four had not gained their superpowers? They would be the challengers of the unknown, of course.
What if there's no FF? If the thing never joins the team, it becomes a fugitive. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's a good point. Look. All right,
yeah.
Hungry Boy. Byrne and Claremont. All right, first of all, they got to make Dark Phoenix. Fine. Then they got to make Scarlet Witch go evil. Fine. It wasn't Claremont in that one, but it was still Byrne. And then Byrne, he does it again with Malice and Sue Richards. What is it with making super ladies that we love, turning them evil every freaking time? Byrne, see, that's what I'm saying. Byrne was a repetitive dolt sometimes with his writing. He really was. Well, seriously, at least he didn't keep it and make her evil all the time. But still, Malice. Look, dude, we get it. Dark Phoenix, Dark Scarlet, darker than Scarlet. Malice, shut up.
No, but this is Malice.
It's the same damn thing.
But except these go to 11.
At least this case, you could blame it on Psycho Man.
Yep.
But it's still him doing the same old. It's like, cut it out. Jesus Christ, man. I'm probably forgetting one. He probably did it to somebody else, too. I'm just forgetting one.
Well, it's like a musician has their, you can tell, music from the same artist, obviously, right? So, they evolve and they change. But when you hear you hear the Grateful Dead, in a few seconds, it's Grateful Dead or Pink Floyd or Zeppelin or the Kinks or whatever. And it's the same thing with the artist or obviously even a writer. They go back to that well or
That's actually a good point, Andy. That they did mess around with Scarlett doing that, but Scarlett was doing that a little bit before, Wendigo before Dark Phoenix. But I think it may be a little bit before Dark Phoenix. I can't remember which came first, but they kind of just toyed around with it. Then they did it. Again, I don't mind it for a certain story. It's just, come on, man, you have to do it every damn time.
Yeah, and that outfit was so ridiculous, as they were.
Yeah.
What we're saying too, like that kinky outfit was just.
Yeah, someone made the point in the chat. He probably just like and like Convoluted Crusader said, he probably just likes the bad girl dominatrix crap.
And then
Which,
Sue
by the
had
way,
the cut. Yeah, and then Sue
there's
had
anything wrong with that.
Yep. And Sue had the cutout on her chest for a while too, with the 4, right? After that, didn't she? Or was that before or after she had the bikini outfit
79.
with the cutout?
So yes, I think it's right around this, a little bit before it. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, like the Power Girl outfit, it was with the 4 cut out on her chest. So, they really sexualized Sue.
This has always been funny to me. Byrne ripping himself.
Well, that's okay, right?
I mean, it's fine. I'm just saying he ripped himself big
it's
here, though.
hysterical. Yeah, that's hysterical. Yeah.
Anyone ever noticed this before? I had a buddy of mine make me a Xerox of this so I could hang it up at the comic shop I was working, and just to show people, Mr. Originality can't do it. But that's pretty blatant right there, isn't it?
Yeah. I guess you can rip yourself off though, right? Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. I just like
but
making fun of it.
No, but it's hysterical. I mean, it's I didn't. I've seen this before, but it's just so amazing how identical it is, and with the 2 different companies. So it's
Athena's reminding us of the stupid. Was it the prostitute bikini? Is that the boob?
That's what I'm talking
bikini?
about. Yeah, the boob window bikini. Yeah,
you think? Yeah, if you think Malice is kinky, you should see that. She said,
yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah,
right.
My mom probably would have grabbed that comic from me, right? Yeah. They'll probably show it down if you keep going enough, I guess. Yeah.
Well, indeed, Athena, that's a good point.
They should ban boob windows, right?
No, I disagree. I like boob windows.
Okay.
And I cannot lie. I love Power.
Just for the record, yeah.
Yeah. And here we go with the She-Hulk crap. Look, he started this crap before he put her in her own comic. Yeah. He was doing it in FF. The dude was obsessed with freaking She-Hulk, man. I swear to God. I'm like, good. I wasn't buying this crap anyway. You jagoffs.
So you don't want my She-Hulk Fantastic Four figure then, right?
You can have it. Byrne is more addicted to his own in jokes than I am to greasy food. Good one. Oh shit. Let's see here. Is that supposed to be Stan? I guess it is. Is that supposed to be Stan standing?
That's Stan. Yeah, that's Stan. Yeah, that's Stan. Yeah.
I guess. Okay. I didn't buy
what
that
was
comic.
The one where the famous one? She's like, "I'm going to rip up all your X-Men if you don't buy my title." Yeah. Yeah,
that's right. Oh my God, Johnny Storm marrying a friggin'. First of all, forget before we found out she was a Skrull. This was bullshit.
I call bullshit.
Andy Masterson, what was that you did, bud?
I guess he DM'd you on Twitter, it sounds like.
Did you DM me, dude? Let's see here.
Or was it a DM or just on your Twitter?
I don't know. See, I got a. Now, let's see. He said he put it on Twitter. Did you
maybe just on your feed? Maybe
just tag me or something. Okay. Oh, all right. Gotcha. I'll take a look, dude. Yeah. So here.
And you can also post stuff on our Discord that the great Mr. Angel set up for us. So let me put that in here. If anyone uses Discord.
I bought that Avengers. That's when she was at Wondergore. Thank you. Thanks, Andy. I see it. Now I remember it very well. Yeah. Remember it well, brother. But I appreciate you. Thanks, Andy. It's cool, dude. I love that. I love those Burton issues of Avengers as well. I loved them on Avengers and X-Men. So yeah. So he was, and I think if Dave Michelini wrote those, but Byrne co-plotted probably. So anyway, when he thought that was Alicia, and he stole Alicia from I know we found out later that it's Skrull, right?
Yeah.
That pissed me off so much. Someone told me about that. Said you better not go back to reading FF anyway. I said why? I forget because you'd blow a gasket. And why? Did you know that Johnny Storm is with Alicia now? I said, are you out of your friggin' mind?
Yeah, that was.
Thank you, D-Bud. Johnny would never do that to Ben. And I think, was it DeFalco or whoever? Somebody knew that and decided to at least make it a Skrull, but it doesn't help. He still did it to him.
Yeah, because he doesn't know that she's a Skrull till later, too.
No, he thinks he thinks it's Alicia. So
you find out it's Elijah later, and they brought her back in the books lately too. So she's been back, and she had laser. They called her Laser Fist for all she. But yeah, there's certain things you don't do as a best friend. They were basically
the best friends.
Best friends are almost family, that close friends, and just certain things you don't do, or your friendship is over after that too. Because I had college, we had might have happened, people know, or you've probably had that happen in your life once in a while, but I had, a really good friend started dating his, best friend's girlfriend, and then the friendship was over after that. So, that would have been more realistic. Oh, and then if you go back to that Things to Come, that's FF310. I know that you hate that, but that's
I know I hate this shit. That was waiting until you got done. So
yeah, no, but that's
the garbage right here.
But that's the most expensive book in my collection.
Why?
Because I'd stopped buying comics, and I was walking through the store, and I'm like, "What the f did they do to Ben Grimm?" And I bought that. Shit. I bought that issue. I'm pretty sure it's issue 310, and I grabbed me off the cover. Right? I'm like, "What the heck?"
Reprimand Stern. Thank you.
I'm like, "What the hell is going on here?" Yeah, it is 310. Yeah, okay. I was in college at the time. And I bought it, and I started buying comics again after that. Son of a bitch. So I'd stopped for a bunch of years, and then back in college, I'm like, I do love comics. Let me start buying them again. And back then, you're in the bookstore, and then in college there was a grocery store, A&P or whatever. It's still the spinner rack. So I'd go in, you'd buy your groceries.
Oh yeah,
and
you told me about this. Yeah.
So that's I always say that's the most expensive issue in my collection.
I see what you mean now. Yeah. Well, I wasn't buying the comic at the time. When I saw this, I'm like, screw this crap. The Thingosaurus.
Yeah, but then he got beat the crap out of the Hulk. But then then they had the Hulk. The Gray Hulk ended up beating him. It's like, come on, don't do that to me. Have Ben win for a while, right? Yeah. So Dr. Doom coached. Was it Dr. Doom coached the Gray Hulk on how to beat Ben? I was so pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. God. Yeah, so there we go.
And then
so
shitty times here.
Yeah, there he is. But that's the issue when he finally wins, right? But then, I think it was in the Hulk's title.
Green Hulk. He's not strong as Green Hulk.
I know. It was just disappointing, but Ben finally beats the crap out of him.
Right.
And then, I think in the Hulk's title, then with Dr. Doom helping, he wins he tires Ben out basically.
True, yeah. That's true indeed. H.G. Wells classic there, Hungry Boy.
And then She-Hulk, that was kind of interesting. I mean, she looked horrible. She looked like the original. I guess Ben would have looked. They were trying to go for that original lumpy look. But it was interesting. Then they were together, and she was, couldn't handle herself. Looking that way. But then at one point, she just disappeared for, 4 or 5 years or 3 years. They just had a storyline with Dr. Doom, and she went off somewhere that they never completed the plot thread. Then years later, they finally said what had happened, and they brought her back. It's like character was in limbo for so long. Oh, that's great art.
Yeah, I love this right here, though. This right here, man, this inside cover
Yeah.
One of those fireside books, reprint
Nice.
books. Man, this is great FF art right there. Yeah, very bronze. Love it. So yeah, just a little trip down memory lane of FF in the Bronze Age, the 70s and the 80s, folks. Just for the fun of it, I just pulled it out of there. I know what else to do. It's an open show. Just means I'm too lazy to come up with a damn topic like we did last week. It was great having Retro Blessing here last week. But so 2 open shows in a row shows how absolute worthless lazy I am. Monday night now
They're
tonight.
great shows. They're fun shows. They're a great crowd here, and people
Well,
have fun. And
well, it's fun doing this like random with the back issue magazine stuff because you never know what I'm going to find in there and go, boom, just pop it out of nowhere, right? I mean, it's
yep.
something you can show and tell to talk about there. So.
You mean you didn't do hours of show prep like some people?
No, I did not. D-Bud, take it easy, bro. Hope you feel better, man.
D-Bud.
Talk at you soon. But sometimes, like, I go to these issues I hadn't seen or read in a long time or whatever. Well, the newest issue was fantastic. This past Monday night, I had a lot of fun showing everybody the newest issue back. Man, it's like Superman. It was Bronze Age rarities and stuff, and had a lot of like the Jim Aparo Superman article was interesting, and then because not somebody you'd associate with Superman that much, and a lot of really cool articles in there. So enjoy it, and I enjoy it. So
that's fun going through all that history too. I love that guy.
Yeah, just kind of memory laning it down there. So, I guess I've kept you all here long enough, my friends. So I want to thank you all for being here with me tonight. Athena, thank you so much. In fact, hey, Woke Breaker, good to see you, man.
Hey, Woke Breaker.
What I will do, I guess, is I will go down the list just to say some goodbyes to all of our wonderful friends that were here tonight. And before that, I'll do a little show note, and I'll get Mark to do his. One show note is, of course, tomorrow night. That clubhouse is open.
Well, that's right. Yeah,
it'll be Raquel and Mark and Clobby hanging out at that. I've got some things to yell about tomorrow night. Let me tell you. I know Raquel's got some stuff for you, so can't wait for that. And then, of course, Saturday night Star Trek is back in action.
Awesome.
With 4 more episodes of season 7 to review. And hopefully Sunday Night Geekery. What's going on the Mark the T channel?
Yep. So we'll have Sunday Night Geekery. I guess we'll be talking some more Shulky or She-Hulk as Shulky. And whatever happens during the week. So I'm sure if you can, you'll be there, which is much appreciated. And other buddies, Scuba Pete showed up. Nick Weiser was there last Sunday. So yeah, and Courtney was there. So whoever can make it, it's always a fun time. And yeah, looking forward to the clubhouse. And been so busy this last week. I got some videos. I sound like Gary. I'm definitely no Gary, but trying to finish up some videos. I did fix my Doctor Strange action figure. I don't have my camera set up, but I'll show that tomorrow night. You know how the one where he kind of floats? He floats.
Cool. Oh yeah, I saw that. Cool.
Yeah, so the clips, he can no longer fly, shall we say. So I had to drill some holes and I put some fishing line to hold the clips together because I tried to melt it and rebend it. I hope this isn't boring, everyone. But we'll
show it tomorrow night if you want.
Yeah, we'll show it. Yeah, but I finally got it so we can, because of that cool one with the cape, so he flies. He's flying up. So, and I'm fixing my Enterprise too. So I have a way to fix the stand. So I'm testing that out by drilling it and putting a rod in there. So maybe I could show you how to fix yours. But for the model Enterprises, they always snap which drives me crazy when you have the stand on those on the ships always snap. So I think I got a system where I drilled it and put a rod in there. So so some of that geek repair stuff. So but you've got old toys, you got to keep them going or fix them or sometimes even repaint them or do certain things to keep them. But those stands were just notoriously bad. I mean, the way they designed those stands. The ships are great. It's a Diamond Select or they're gorgeous, but the stands just leave a lot to be desired. So
yeah. Well, I hear you. So you got that
Yep.
going on, of course, Sunday Night Geekery and stuff
Yep.
as well.
Sunday Night
Right?
Geekery. Yep. Thank you. Yep. So
And some videos
everyone
maybe
catch
or
that,
what?
and then and look. I guess if you get the notification, check out any videos during the week, and check out the Discord and Mr. Angel set up so we can stay in touch there or share things. And Max Redstone was putting a lot of great stuff in there, so yeah, be a lot of fun. Yep.
Well, excellent. We have was it Kal-El? That's too kind of you to say, sir. He says, I disagree, Clobby. I always learn something new as a result of your live streams. Plus, the last time I watched the show, I got superpowers. Can't ask for more than that. Well, they're well deserved. I wrenched him. So I wrenched him there. So that's what he means, of course. But anyway, thank you so much for that, buddy. Let's see here. Shouting out everyone who was here with us tonight. The great J-Man probably had to run, but that's okay. Good to see you there, buddy. Gwagnar, always a pleasure. Thank you for being here. Grumpy Old Ninja Kentaro, thank you so much. Athena Follower, thank you for being here. Of course, the great Eric K., the Bronze Wrencher. The great Chris Persia was here. Good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you so much for being here. Let's see who else was here. The wonderful, lovely Sherry, beautiful lady. Always great to see you. Your Muslim uncle. Thank you so much. Great buddy Cardinal Sin was here tonight. D. Bud Martin, buddy. Appreciate you so much, man. Let's see here. Neratanax Amanda Bear, thank you. Comic Relief Crusader, thanks, buddy. Dalton Evans popped in for the first time. I hope you will come back, Dalton, if you're hearing me on this. Anyone hearing? By the way, anyone hearing on the on a later listen? Thank you so much, or a later watch. It is a rewatch. Appreciate you being here. Please like and subscribe if you would. Hit that like button if you would not mind. I mean, if you don't have to, but if you would, I appreciate it. Alex James, good to see you, buddy. Thank you so much for being here. Phantom Outsider, bro. All right. Sorry, everyone. Scotty R37, thank you for being here. Steve Metcham, bro. Good to see you, bro.
Oh yeah. Good night, Steve. Yep.
Good night, buddy. Maria with T and Telly. Always an honor to have you here, beautiful lady. Thank you. Let's see here. What else we got? Pop Culture Republic, Pop Culture Curator, I think, popped in as well, if I'm not mistaken. And hail to you both.
Yep.
Sometimes I'm mistaken on these things, but I'm okay. Let's see. Rob Altus, a pleasure. Thank you. I'm honored to have you here. Just saying, Oliver Bellamonte, thank you for being here tonight. Snail Messiah popped in. Hey there. Good to see you there, buddy. Let's see here. Almost it takes me a second, everyone, but I'd like to get everyone shouted out. Apollomies Minion and Pupper. Hey, Apollomies.
Truck approved.
Truck. Yep. Truck. Dave Rayborn popped in earlier, and Dave. There you go, the cousin and our buddy Dave. Good to see you both so much. I'm getting there, folks. Hang with me. I think I got just pretty much everyone, but I don't know for sure. Because Zax was here. Hey, Zax. Thank you, Zax. Zacharot was here. I remember for sure. Was here. Yep. Michael Beacom was here. Thank you, Michael Beacom, for being here, buddy. Let's see here. I think we might have everybody. I just want to be sure, folks.
We hate missing people, right? Yep.
Oh, see, when you think you got everybody, Max Redstone, bro. Thanks for being here. Again, he's already gone, but that's okay. I still want to get him shouted out, man. I'll still probably forget somebody sometimes, and I apologize for that. But Andy Masterson, for example, was also here. Andy,
yep,
an honor to have you here, bro.
Incredibly talented Andy Masterson. Yep,
absolutely. The great Andy Masterson. It's always a pleasure to have you here. We're gonna have to have you on one night, man, if you were so inclined, and I hope you will be. I think I'm just being sure here. You know who we forgot? I haven't forgot him yet because he was here for the whole time. hungry for more Clobberin content, aka Hungry Boy. Dude, you are a giant and a legend to here on this channel, and I'm just, man, I'm just always so grateful when you pop up. This show is better for having you as a friend, and every time you pop in, I'm going, oh man, I can't. I'm glad Hungry Boy is here because it's going to be great. So I really appreciate you, man. Thank you. Let's see here.
Like, chat is always that's what's just as
So
much fun
Rocket
as the
Chat.
show, right? Yeah, no, that's what, and
Yeah.
that's what makes these shows so special, I think, is and that's
Right.
what first attracted me to, like, oh wow, we can, hang out with everyone, like in the
Yeah.
comic book shop. And that's, like you said, you were on BTR back in the day, but you could only call in, or just certain people could
Right.
call
I
in. It
talked to
wasn't
the
the
chat. We
same.
had a chat, but
You
it
could
was
talk,
not
you
the
could
same.
talk,
Yeah.
but it was not exactly the same. But that's what makes YouTube so awesome. We could have this chat going, and
it's way better.
and
Yeah.
everyone hangs out that way. Yep.
Thanks again, Cardinal Sen. Appreciate you. Of course, in Kal-El. Again, I think I already shouted him out, but it couldn't hurt to do it again. Let's see here. I think I got everybody. I'm fairly sure I got everybody. But I say that, I always say that. Then I'll be reminded because, my friggin'. I think I got Woke Breaker. I think I got him. And he popped in
Yep.
later. So, yeah. Well, dude, I just want to make sure to follow up here. You're all fantastic for being here tonight, especially since I didn't do a damn thing. And so I'm sorry there was no actual content. We were just hanging out.
Good
But
stuff.
we got to hang out. That's the important thing. So, and thanks for hanging out with me, MD with C.
You're welcome. Yep. Always appreciate the invite.
It,
Yep.
I'm glad
always
to have
a fun
you.
time. Yep.
Always fun. So thank you all so much. I hope you'll join us tomorrow night for the clubhouse. And everyone, hey, the secret is to bag the rucks together, guys. Please enjoy these important messages and ending credits. And we shout out to the great Stone Loki always. Thank you, everyone. And we all love you, Raquel, and can't wait to see you tomorrow night. Free Wilkerson who just popped in. Good night, everybody. Clobber on, clobberers.